mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Fighters is the name. I don't think I stuttered once. We come in for the game. Find out in the coming months. Think we ain't legit? Then ain't no need to cover up. But don't be surprised when we hit like a money made sucker punch. Dudes claim they reckon, let them know that they got far to go. Got these rappers sweating like they running low on cardio. I got the hardest flow. Y'all flow like south directions. We ain't even trying to fight. It's just a sparring session. My crew finna let loose and no truce to keep your ass safe from us. Got news for the obtuse, no excuse. The truth is we lacing up. Gloves ain't a glove. Push come to shove, they say it's a break and getting fair. Now that's what I call a straight paper cut. Let's go round for round. We can have it out. We pound for pound. Pack you out. Y'all gon' run the game. Y'all some damn liars. Lace up your boots. Here come the prize fighters.
From Sissy to Importer, we wall tall like heavyweights. With these hands in the ring, and when we out, we chillin' with senoritas on date night, getting fair tortillas. The fuck you thought they deals? Classes with the baddest of men with bad intentions. Spazzing like a jump jack, flashing major titles. Looking at the undisputed, we explosive. The real live shit, live wires, the prize fighters. Money made Sony Woods like the Klitschko's. The era of boxing bars is ours. Appreciation night, TV stars who burst your stars with your outburst. With these loaded hands, with the mic stand like a loaded gun at a good range. Best believe I go pow, marvelous hit man.
What up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday, Pick'em Day. And we got some big fights this weekend. Edgar Berlanga is back. That's right, I said it. I know y'all was thinking I was going to talk about that guy, Vasiliy Lomachenko. Nah, man, I'm picking Teofimo to stop him, leave his brain splattered on the ring. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, before we get to that, though, we got to talk about Canelito, my hero. My man out here sparring heavyweights. And at first, I'm like, yo, this is so fake. Because the way Frank is like throwing them Cuban-style soft punches, he's like, look, fakey, here's a fakey. Ah! He put everything into that left hook, but Canelo's reflexes are like Neo in the Matrix. He pulls back. He's like, oh, you trying to turn up for the cameras? Take this body shot I hit Kovalev with. Matter of fact, here's this left hook. And I'm like, damn. Could we see Canelo versus AJ in the future? Is this the preparation? Because I know Andy's in there, and I seen some clips of Andy. So if Canelo starts sparring Andy and Frank, look, wait. We got so many other topics to introduce. I'm just excited for that. I know y'all excited for Teofimo Lopez, but I see the future. I know what's going to happen, so I'm not happy. You guys think it's 50-50. Lopez about to, flip him around like a pancake. It's nothing. Then we got to talk a little bit of Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell. We were just talking about AJ Fury and the possibility of that happening here at 5 o'clock. It looks like Garcia is taking a 5 o'clock slot and allowing the big fish and Errol Spence Jr., the unified, true number one welterweight, to go ahead on prime time, December 5th on pay-per-view, and instead Garcia will fight at 5. We'll give you all the details. Xander Zayas is back. Top ranks welterweight prospect from Puerto Rico. And he's going to be fighting on Telemundo, so we'll be talking about all the Telemundo fights as well as all of the top ranked fights. And then we have to report. I mean, I know everybody's excited about this. Everybody is excited that Demetrius Andrade is back, and he's going to test the waters at 168 versus Dusty Harrison, a.k.a. Dusty Hernandez Harrison.
What a load of bollocks.
No, Eddie, you made the fight.
What a load of bollocks.
No, really, that was you. You put this one together. Non-title fight, ladies and gents. Andrade moving up. He's showing Charlo, yo, you get a big fight, I get a big fight. And then we got a bunch of news and notes. I don't know what else is on the docket because I don't think everything is as good as this stuff right here. This is enough to stir the pot real good. Mitty across the pond, Mario in Corpus Christi, and my good friend Francis over there in Canada, Doomy Duckin. What up, fellas?
Yo, you hijacked the Teofimo Lomachenko show to talk about Canelo sparring heavyweight.
I mean,
Really?
Could we report on any other elite level fighters sparring heavyweight? If Crawford was sparring heavyweights, I'm letting you know. If Earl, I'm letting you know. If Canelo, he is, I'm letting you know. You know what I'm
just
saying?
saying, you know what they're gonna say.
What are they gonna say?
Ready.
What are they gonna say? That I report on every news?
But
You know
hold
what I'm
on
saying?
though. But hold on though. I told
it's a
you.
big deal.
I told you when Jared Hurd was sparring Efe Ajagba. I didn't hear nobody talk about that.
Bruh, we seen that video. You can't compare that video to this video. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But they went again.
Video,
they went again. No,
bruh,
they went
I'm
again.
about to share that because in this video, Frank think he's slick. He like, here this little throwaway punch, here, this ain't nothing, here. And then as soon as Canelo got close enough, he lunged in with a lead left hook with all his might. And Canelo was just like, Neo, chill, champ. Just, yo, you can hear
that's precisely what's supposed to happen. That's not the first time. Like, people in the same stable sparring in their outside of their weight class or sparring with heavyweight, they do it for different reasons. Like, and he's supposed to dodge, shots from heavyweights like that. That's what like the middleweights are, and those guys are known for, like the good reflexes versus like a heavyweight that'll be slow for them.
Yeah, but the
like,
thing is, Mitty, had he not had the reflexes to duck, we would have seen him get hit by a heavyweight who was throwing full force. But I've screen shared it. I'm going to be screen sharing it now so that you can see. And you correct me if I'm wrong. Look, you're the fighter, not me. If you don't think this is full force, look.
I just don't know what we're talking about because I believe it's common, right? So, and that definitely doesn't indicate that they're planning for him to
Let's
fight
rewind that.
right?
Let's rewind that right there, Mario. I mean, I don't know, Mario.
I'm gonna leave that right there.
Look at this.
Mitty, I'm with you, man.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, here, Canelo. Oh, look, I'm not really hitting you. Nah. Oh, you opened up. Huh? And he missed. So now Canelo's like, oh, you trying to turn up for the camera? Bam. Bam. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is I get in there with dudes that are bigger and you working.
Yo, that's definitely not full force. Like,
What? That left hook? That left hook ain't full force? That left hook ain't full force, Mitty.
Bro.
No, not those. It's the left hook. It's the left hook. No, Mitty, it's the left hook. Watch the left hook. Look.
Yeah, the left hook. The left.
Look at that.
The hell out of it.
Come on,
Exactly, Mario.
Bruh, he almost fell.
He's like, I'm not gonna hurt you,
Listen.
Canelo. I'm not gonna hurt you with none of these.
Because it's Canelo y'all hating.
I will babysit you in here.
Stop it, Mario. Let's cut that very short so we can move on to some actual talk for this weekend, right? I mean, the left hook has some velocity on it.
Exactly.
But they're definitely playing here in that,
Playing?
this is not a serious sparring session, man. Come
I
on,
don't know
man.
if that's playing. I don't know if that's playing after. Look at the way Canelo makes him pay. Look at the way Canelo makes him pay.
And his body shot doesn't have much on it either. He's just placing the shot.
Yo, that right hand and that left hook has a lot. He made him pay. He like, oh, you wanna throw for real? Watch this. Look, all the power. Miss. Oh, you trying to play? Oh, walk down. Right hand. This the right hand from Kovalev fight, and then he went to the left hook. Come on, Mitty. Come on, chat. Back me up.
Okay, cool. That was exciting. Hopefully, he can fight at heavyweight.
Yo,
I think he felt that hook from Canelo. I'll say Frank probably felt that hook from Canelo.
I think this is laying the
that's all I'm gonna
groundwork.
give you on this one, champ.
This is laying the groundwork. DAZN knows what they're doing. This is laying the groundwork. AJ Canelo.
I like your
Canelo AJ.
I like it.
Canelo AJ.
You right.
AJ comes back to America to do it again, to conquer, not take part.
I don't know why you keep giving all this free stuff. Yes, you giving free counseling to these guys. You giving them the blueprint.
Yo, Earthquake, I'm wrong or what?
AJ, the fight of the century.
No way. Y'all trying to get Canelo killed, man. Y'all playing games. Y'all trying to get Canelo body bag, Toe tag, yo.
What's his
Call it
name?
toe tag.
Somebody said this is the most covered spawn session since Paulie Connor, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Yo, it's on that level. It's like he spawned a heavyweight and he backed him up. It's Frank's fault. He tried to turn up, man. You don't try to do that with a pro.
Or is it on your timeline so much that you're forced to, like, interact with it? Like, I don't think it's that it's huge. I think Mitty said it perfectly.
I was excited. At
first, they're able to go at it.
At first, I was like, oh, there's nothing because of the way he's throwing those two kind of Urdani-like Ulgas, right? Funny he's Cuban because he's throwing those Urdani Ulgas uppercuts and ain't got nothing on him. But then you see he puts so much into the left hook that he even loses his footing. And then all of a sudden, Canelo puts put some mustard, let's just say, behind those two.
A little mustard on the hook.
Yeah. Right hand to the body, followed by a left. That was a little bit of mustard. Look, it's nothing.
Oh, he rocked him.
You finally seen it. Oh, his internet is bad. He finally seen it. All right. His 15 seconds was a little longer than ours. Got it. Nah, listen. I don't see nobody else spar heavyweights.
Is never gonna do another interview for the Boxing Boys ever again because we spent the first 20 minutes of Theo and Loma talking about Canelo.
Bob even said you give Canelo what he wants. Canelo wants coverage, give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Listen, what are we gonna say about Theo and Lopez that we haven't said for the last 3 months? It just comes down to who's picking who and who's ready to eat crow on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm going Theo. I've seen lesser men put hands on him. Loma's gonna have to keep making me a believer. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? He's finally in a nice, decent fight that I like, and a fight that I think he can definitely lose. Is it 60-40? Is it 50-50? That's for you to determine. But I'll pick Lopez either by knockout or decision. I think that he's gonna rack up some points. Based off power. Look at Mitty over there fighting to stop smiling. He don't want to smile. Mitty's going Loma. Everybody's going Loma. But Shakur Stevenson, he said, I'm riding with Theo. It's the new blood.
Mario,
it's the new blood.
Mario?
Yo.
Okay, listen, I'm going to go with Lomachenko. I'm going to go with Lomachenko.
House pick.
I think that at the end of the day, he's just too much of a weapon. And I think that as the fight goes, he's a guy who gets better. He gets sharper. He finds more consistency in his punishment placing. And I think with Theo, after like 3 rounds, 4 rounds, the power starts to come, there's a little mustard off his shot. And when that time happens, I think that, I'm not going to say Lomachenko's just a walk through a punch, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be that same fear. And I figure he takes him like 8-4, 9-3.
Okay. Real quick. We got 2 super chats from Molato. Molato Lomachenko by TKO later rounds. You're wilding right now. Big Super Mex in Plainview, Texas says, whatever that's smoking, I want some. Laughing my ass off. What are you talking about?
Bro.
Yo.
Canelo, AJ, I love it.
I don't know, man. I'm happy.
Oh, you don't see that happening, but you see Masvidal and the Canelo. Okay, I see what you're doing, Mario.
Go ahead, Mitty.
No, I'm happy that we've got that fight, right? Because no matter what we say, this is a fight actually that splits people and that people are interested to watch, right? So I'm definitely hyped up for it. But in my opinion, I'm going for Lomachenko, and I'm going for a fight that is easier than what we make it sound, right? So I've said it before. I would love to for Theo to be very competitive all the way through, and if that's the case, I'll be happy because it means that as a fan we have like a real good, back and forth 50-50. But from what I see from Lomachenko, it's just that he finds a way to take over, right? So he finds a way to unlock the defenses of his opponent. And with Lopez, it's not so much about unlocking his defense, but it's dealing with his aggression. And, the reason why I can't just, put all my stock in, Lopez, and everyone keeps saying, everyone you ask the question and they say, why are you going for Lopez? They say, oh, if he catches him with that shot, like it seems like they're giving him like a one shot kind of like chance, right? And they don't give you anything more than that. Whereas like Lomachenko has like so much in his arsenal, right? He can just like win by moving around. He can win by just like sometimes going toe to toe with his opponents. I don't think that is the right solution with Lopez because you don't want to take like stupid risk. But Lomachenko can just do it pretty much like however he wants to do it, and he showed that to us. He just like he outsmarts like top technicians, like in terms of like Rigo, he outsmarted him. He outsmarted like a top technician like Linares, and then he just like battered like guys that were power punchers, like so well perceived to be power punchers. So I mean, I'm going for Loma. I mean, I don't need to just go much longer.
Okay, so
that's what I'm going for, man.
I'll finish it off. This to be, I'm saying the last leg bringing it home. I'm going with Lopez, Teofimo, the takeover, El Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with Lopez by KO in the mid to late rounds. I feel like in the exchanges that they are going to have, the power is going to show of Lopez more than the skill that the skill that Lomachenko is going to try and use to get to Lopez and stop him in the fight or give him all the trouble that, the inside movement, the footwork, the punch on the move, all those things he's going to try and use in the fight. He will try, but in the exchanges, Lopez's power is going to come out on top, and I think that's going to be the difference. It's going to go quick. It's going to be a do not blink moment because it's going to be one of those shots that it's going to be in an exchange, and so he's going to go down. And the reason why I say that because Linares also hit him in an exchange, and Linares is a technician. He doesn't have that much power, but it was more of like a placement shot, and he knocked him down. Though, let's not forget, Loma's a smaller guy. You know what I mean? He doesn't really do well with pressure fighters, but Lopez can box. They don't give Lopez a lot of credit, but he can box. He might not be able to box to the level of Lomachenko, but he can hold his own in there. He got pretty good ring IQ, and I think that mixed with his power is going to give him, and his youth is going to give him all he needs, man, the recipe.
Look, I don't think that Lomachenko ever in this fight wins 6 rounds straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't going to be, in my opinion, like, it's not going to be this ultra outclassing. Tio will get 3-4 rounds scattered across. Probably, early rounds is probably the best bet. 2-3 rounds before the 6, and then maybe 1 or 2 after the 6, whatever. But yeah, there's no way Loma wins 6 rounds straight in this fight.
Mario, Midi, let me tell you guys something, man. Let me tell you something. Listen to me, man. As soon as Lomachenko starts to go through his gears, I guarantee you, the young boy is going to realize that Loma got no power. I'm coming for him. He's going to start to gear up and go through his gears, given the youth that he has on his side. Now, we're talking about size, power, mixed with speed and skill. We have a lack of size, we got immense skill, we got no power, and we got good speed. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's cool, man. Like, hey,
mental battle. If you look at it, analytic. If you break it down, it's the mental battle. Can Loma get Tio emotionally involved so much that he goes outside the game plan? Other than that, if he sticks to the game plan and it's a decent game plan,
but it's not like he's just some dude that's gonna get walked down. That's what Loma's good at, being elusive.
Yeah,
right.
That's the thing. Especially if we're talking about, like, if we like take aside like the physical element, if you're talking about winning a mental battle or a tactical battle in the ring, you're talking Loma's game, right? So this is what he does. The dude finds a way to break people down. The dude does it methodically. He doesn't, he's not like someone who just fall into certain things, into like, gives himself into emotion. If anyone is susceptible to give in to emotion a bit more in that fight, especially based on what we're seeing, and maybe it's just what he wants to show us in the build-up, right? It seems to be Tio, right? So he's the guy that built up like all his like, animosity all based on like emotional stuff, like saying like, I don't like the way the guy treats me. And that may be true. That's what you need to have, like, to fire yourself, to get fuel into your belly. That's okay. But that's not really like Loma style, right? Loma is just like looking at you, kind of like understanding what you're saying, nodding and saying, no problem. When it's time to back it up, you're going to have to do that, right? And I'm just going to just like apply whatever I'm going to apply and then, get the upper hand. But the beauty is that we can talk about it until like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, right? We ain't got to do that. It's happening on Saturday. And we'll see, man.
No, so. You know what we're actually talking about? We're just actually talking about the difference just on paper and the eye test, because at the end of the day, everybody should at this point upgrade their skills and have done things that are differently. But it comes down to the grit, you know what I'm saying, and the violence that is going to take place in that fight. It's not going to be
he ain't seen violence in Saucedo, bruh. He ain't seen violence in Saucedo. That's what I'm trying to say.
But if you look at all of Tio's fights, most of them, if not all of them, has some type of like serious violence in there, man. If he hasn't getting them out of there, he's beating them the hell up, badly. And if you see in the Linares fight, he tasted a little bit of violence, man. It wasn't a lot, but it was a little bit of violence.
And he came back with violence.
Pedrasas too.
I agree.
At the end of the day, that's what makes this fight so special. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am picking Lomachenko. I'm not going for Lomachenko. I don't have a dog in this fight. I want a great fight. I hope it's 6-6. You know what I mean? Well, not a draw, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope it's as a competitive fight as can be with an awesome ending. If that's going to happen, I think that Teofimo is probably the one that can showcase the most in that kind of fight. But I ultimately, this is just a great fight. I mean, that's all there is to it. There's no one can say anything bad about it.
Hold on, hold on.
Either, right? So
hold on. Let me tell you something. This is my final thought. It comes down to this. If Lomachenko can't knock out Lopez, he has a long night ahead of him. Here's the advantage that Lopez has, is that he can carry his power. I'm going to leave it there.
Cool. All right, that's cool. He carried his power with the Japanese dude. But
pardon me?
He carried his power with the Japanese dude.
Even though he didn't get him out of there. No, he didn't get him out of that fight, but he beat that dude the hell up. I can promise you that. He batted from pillar to post.
That's the thing you said about Lomachenko. You said the lack of power. Lomachenko beats you up too.
He's a bigger dude, but he's a bigger guy. We're talking about a littler guy. He's a bigger guy. I understand you. He carried the power enough for him not to get knocked out going later on down the road, fighting a taller, bigger guy. We're talking about a smaller Lomachenko with a younger, more explosive fighter in Lopez. How could you not say so?
I think the problem that you're not seeing, though, is that they always say in boxing that the punches that you don't see hurt the most. Those are the ones that count the most. That's what Lomachenko does best. So that's why you can't really underrate his power. He doesn't have that Teofimo power.
Hold on. That's what I'm trying to say. In the exchanges, it's going to be one of those punches that we don't see because of the power of Lopez. He's going to knock out Lomachenko. You're agreeing with me right now. You're telling me Lomachenko likes to hit you with a punch that you don't see. They're both going to throw a punch.
I'm telling you, punches are stronger when you don't see them. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Fact,
so
mixed with
even
the
if
power
he doesn't have the power that Theo might have, the fact that he can keep you so off guard.
I don't know anything. Like, I'm just saying, like, Mario said, like, I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog either, right? I just don't believe that it's like as like balanced a fight as it is. I believe that it's like an easier fight than we think for Lomachenko because of what he can do, right? But we'll see. That's what I said. Like, hey, if Theo wins, great for him. If Loma loses, like, you're not going to see me just say, oh, my God, Loma lost. Like, no problem, right? So, but I just look at it, like, practically based on what I've seen of both of them. And I do believe that, Lomachenko can make an easier work of Lopez than we think. But, hey, I might be wrong, and we'll know that on Sunday if that's the case, right?
Yeah, so, I'm not going to go as far as Mitty with the, easy work, easier than we think. Here's what I'll say. Even though I did say 9-3, 8-4, but it'll be one of the toughest 8-4s or 9-3s in the history of boxing. So I'll put it that way.
You see how Mario is slick? 9-3, a tough 9-3. You know,
A tough
he was-
9-3.
you know,
The toughest 9-3. The grittiest 9-3.
That's crazy.
Good call out.
That was funny, Mitty. Yo, the toughest 9-3 in the it's gonna win 9-3 fight of the year. Watch. That's hilarious.
So, are y'all done?
Yeah, you done?
Yeah, man.
Y'all done? I'm trying not to overstep. Y'all
got-
Loma love.
Super chat.
Chad, let's get him. We got a red one somewhere. Oh shit, we got a bunch.
I got y'all.
How many did you read?
I got y'all. We had stopped on Supermax, but I'll pick it up. Looking like Team Bonafide says, I got Loma by majority decision. Good fight. And Robert Singleton says, I'm with you, Ness and Francis. Got Lopez by 7th round TKO. Lopez is going to invest in that body early, and that will slow Loma down, and the young lion will feast. We got George who says, smaller guys sparring heavyweights. Every now and then isn't anything new. Ness is going overboard for hype. That will happen is that he may return to 175. I got Tio smashing Loma, by the way. All right.
No, I think you missed some. I'm pretty sure
No, you
missed
missed a bunch. I think I don't
I've
know.
seen like from
Yeah,
Ozzy Alex.
Yes, we
Ozzy
see
Alex
Alex.
definitely dropped something.
He
in
says, Ness money, you betting Lopez? Money, where your
Oh,
mouth
shit.
is. Loma, TKO. Much easier fight than you guys think. I guess that's where Mitty got that sentence from. Then we got boxing expert that says, Supermax on the Canelo hate. Laughing out loud. Mad Bent says, Lopez stops Loma in 9. Beats up from the 3rd. I don't know what the hell
beats him up from the 3rd.
I guess he forgot EM there for the beat him up. But Bowen Bama says Teofimo clearly upset at his dad sticking him in there with Loma so early. He will quit before the 10th round. Damn, Bo's a heavy better too. That's crazy. I can't believe that.
You think he mad that his dad for giving him Lomachenko?
We got Supermax who says if Tio can't KO him, if he can't KO him in 4, he will get frustrated and Loma will start to pick him apart. It's Mayweather Canelo all over again. 12-round decision. Whatever.
I agree. The longer it takes, the more. He said it perfect.
Mad Bent says Loma fought mediocre or much smaller men, none younger, faster, or powerful. True. Facts.
Who's mediocre? Like we starting
Who's
to
mediocre?
give like mediocre status to people like Rigando?
No, to
Gary
people like
Russell?
to people like
To Gary Russell Jr.?
to people like Mariaga, some of those Thailand fighters.
Mariaga's
Some of them Thailand
really
fighters. Roman Martinez.
Rocky Martinez never challenged for world title before.
Yeah.
Rocky
yeah.
Martinez wasn't in the top 3 of both
Yo,
divisions.
Rocky
Before
Martinez.
Rocky-
Rocky Martinez has been a champion, and he's been in the top 10 of the WBO, and he's also been with Top Rank all his life. Just like Navarrete is a two-time champion.
I'm just saying, right? Because I think we
Just like
established
Navarrete is
on-
a two-time
on-
champion.
On
Get that
another
talk
call,
right,
on another
Think
call,
about it.
On another call, we established like top 15 was good. When we, I don't know if you guys like remember we were talking about.
Well,
like,
we was
ourselves.
talking
Like,
top.
Would
we
we
was
be happy
talking
to
15,
be in top
but
15, right?
we
So-
talk top 15 universal. This is top 15 in one sanctioning body, and we can clearly see.
I'm just saying,
without
like
debate.
mediocre is a bit like is a bit strong and is like trying to downplay a guy that, like, let's be honest, right? we downplaying someone who has how many world titles, how many fights, and how many consecutive world titles. I believe he has 15 fights, right? How many of those fights were world titles?
Bruh, all given to him, man. Come on, man. You out here. Yo, let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question. Where's his Sean Porter fight at? Where's his Earl Spence Sean Porter? Where's that at?
It was supposed to be Rigo.
Where's his?
It was supposed to be Rigo. You pick Rigo, my
Come
man.
on, man.
You say Rigo beat him.
Come on.
That's his Sean Porter, my friend.
Dog, listen. When they giving you shit for so long, and then they like, look, we're gonna give you this shit with some strawberries on it. Then you're gonna get excited. But we all knew Rigo was moving up. My show is there.
You got excited for Rigo shit with strawberry. Is that what you saying?
Yeah. Versus Mariaga. Absolutely, because you gotta be able to tell the truth. Like, it's not like he fought Rigo at Rigo's weight.
I'm not gonna tell you any different. Like, we all know boxing. Like, we all know that, like, once you're a champ, you're gonna have like maybe 2 or 3 fights where you're in there with someone that can really take it, and a few fights in between where you're in there with people like you expect it to be. They're not just like massively outclassed, but you expect it to deal with them. And that's what happened, man. Like, this is really what happened with him. Nothing other than Alvarez, for example, Nothing other than any of the champions, to be honest. That's how it works. Like, let's not downplay the guy because you don't like him.
No, it works like that on Top Rank.
Huh?
It works like that on Top Rank.
I think it works like that in most, for most champions, right? So just pick any champion outside, pick the Top Rank. Like,
pick one.
Well, I'll pick AJ, for example. Let's pick AJ.
Okay.
You can do that. You can do that with him. Do you not have after Klitschko? Who did he have after Klitschko?
I don't know. I gotta look that up. Povetkin?
We can look it up. Like,
wasn't it
expecting
Povetkin?
to beat certain dudes, right?
Wasn't it Povetkin?
I'm not sure myself, the chronology.
Now that win looks a whole lot better now. So I don't know, champ.
I can tell you that all champions are the same. Like, they have top echelon. And
AJ never fought Mariaga as a champion. AJ never fought Mariaga. AJ never fought.
What's his name? Dude that got slapped by Wilder in one round, like the
Dominic
one who had
Brazil?
beef with him. Yeah, he's not Mariaga.
Hell no, he's not Mariaga. Hell no, he's not Mariaga.
Tag him after Kitschko.
He's not Mariaga. Absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yo, listen. At least
we want to do that, but we can do that for any champion.
Let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing it, because I disagree with Dominic Brazil. Dominic Brazil at least holds wins over Amir Mansour, Carlos Negron, and the Negron. Let's not forget that was a clear knockout. Mariaga ain't knocking out nobody. What are you doing? He going 12 rounds.
Man.
He going 12 rounds. Brazil at least lasted 7 with AJ. I can't compare.
So after he became a champion, right? After he beat Charles Martin, that's when he became a champion, right?
Yeah.
Dominic Brazil.
Yeah.
Eric Molina.
Olympian. Hold on. Hold on.
Damn, that's
but you say one. Olympian, I want you to say one name and let me defend. Because if you're just gonna say a name and gloss over it, then it might look bad. But Dominic Brazil was an undefeated Olympian. What's the next fighter?
Eric Molina.
Eric Molina is a common opponent with his nemesis in Deontay Wilder. So it was a barometer to see how quick you could do it.
But
Similar to what Devin Haney is doing with Gamboa.
Okay, so listen. Let me tell you. I didn't tell you that those guys are terrible. Like, this is what I told you. They get top elite ones, and they get ones that they're expecting to get out of there. You telling me that they were not expected to get like Dominic Brazil and Eric Molina out of there?
Yes.
They are.
Yes.
Then they get the top of the crop. Like, they get like the name like, whoa, okay, Vladimir Klitschko. Like, and then you say, and it's purely on name value. And you're gonna tell, but remember, of like layoff and defeats and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but
that,
listen,
right?
the way I admit
after
it,
he's done with that, he goes with Takam.
The way that I admitted that they supposed to get the win, you got to also admit that Mariaga is not on the level of none of those people that you're trying to compare him to. Mariaga's nobody. He's a habitual loser. And I don't mean to say it that way, but it's the truth. Ever since he came on Top Rank, all he's done is lost. Does anybody remember a win that he's got? Who did he beat?
All right, let's settle it this way. So.
It's totally unfair. Damn, I said
that's no. I said that's not totally unfair.
Oh yeah, because I just don't.
Right.
I just don't remember a win.
I disagreed with the full premise, but when you put it that way, I mean, I can't come back at you. because I don't. I remember him losing to the best guys that he fought, Walters, Oscar, and etc. You know what I mean? Like he beats the guy Robs, like just doesn't move the needle.
Right. He's a straight up Derry Jean. You know what I'm saying? He's Formella right now. Why they bringing in Formella with Conor Benn? To get the name off of the dude that just lost to Porter, but they expecting Ben to beat him. That's an interesting fight because, the little that I watched of Conor Mitty, I don't know, I'm not here to bash Conor. I'm here to ask you a serious question. Like, do you think he can even outbox Formella? Because my man takes a lot of shots in the fights I've seen. And if Formella could do anything like he did in the Tolani Minge fight, or Membe, how you pronounce his last name? Membe. So yeah, if he could do anything like that fight,
Mbenge. I mean, like Conor Benn is not known to be a boxer, right? So he's known to be the guy that you could actually outbox. So it's quite possible. But he's known to be a pressure fighter who's going to try to go for the stoppage. I think they are probably banking on him, like maybe stopping it. And I think that's a tough bet, because we've seen that Sean Porter couldn't do it. So what is going to tell us that Conor Benn can do that? So I think Formula has a shot, but really it's like Conor Benn the A side, right? So if he goes to a decision, like I find it hard for him to get like a clear, fair decision if he beats him, right? So
are we talking about the Benn fight?
Conor Benn, yes. For those just tuning in, we're talking Conor Benn, the son of the legend Nigel Benn. He has a son named Conor in the welterweight division who's going to be taking on Tolani Destroyer, but Sean Porter victim, Sebastian Formella, former IBO champion. So good fight for Conor Benn, the biggest fight of his career, right? Or am I over-exaggerating Sebastian?
No, I think it's probably over-exaggerated because I don't think like many people outside like in general know Formella, right? Based on
but Formella was at
probably
least
probably the toughest one, but I don't know. It's definitely not like
I mean, he was definitely
at
least a secondary sort of world champion, depending on if you consider the IBO legit title, then he was a world champion, and if not, some sort of secondary interim kind of title holder. So I don't think Conor's been in anything bigger than that.
Listen, this is my take. My take is, this is gonna be a great fight. This is gonna be a great fight based off the fact of the Benn name. Nigel Benn, an historic name. His father. Let me start that again. Conor Benn. His father was an historic fighter in the UK. You know what I mean? Fought some big names, made a lot of noise in the sport of boxing. Just off the name alone is going to attract a lot of people to watch the fight itself. Given off the piggybacking Formella, who just fought Sean Porter, who just fought Earl Spence. Porter is a big name. Porter did not get a knockout on Formella, but he did put in a great perforence.
Conor ain't knocking him out, though.
No. I didn't say Conor was knocking him out.
Even though maybe, I guess, Porter's
this is a great step up, to see how he steps into the footsteps, of the Benn name, building a legacy in boxing. And I think Formella is a good fight and a good name for him taking that next step into the welterweight division into the upper echelon.
Yo, I'm just
I like that fight a lot. I think it's the kind of test that it either pass or you can at least gauge where that person's at. But I like it.
And this is the type of fight that Ness likes. Ness, these type of fights where it's a testing fight. This is a testing fight for Conor.
I'm actually like, this is
because he's coming out of the domestic scene and he's stepping into like close to that world level scene, right?
This is bittersweet for me, man. This was supposed to be Thulani. I cannot believe that this is how boxing is, bro. Like, my man's shot, is gone. It's gone, man. One loss, man. I don't want that to be forgotten. Like, we only know Sebastian because of Thulani, and like that one loss has made him a nobody.
Listen,
man, that's a good point.
You're gonna know about like, you can ask like a bit more about Formella when you get like Freddie Kiewit on the show. He's actually a good friend of him. Spends a lot of time with him in sparring in preparation for Tulani, actually. So that's interesting. I think Formella is a good guy, but he just doesn't bring like anything to promoters, right? So they're gonna use him as the guy that you can just get a good win over and build your name. Like that's what they're doing with Conor. Conor is a fighter. Is like gritty, come forward, and is entertaining for sure. He can box, but not box in a way that is gonna pick up like a convincing UD. He's like the type of guy that usually goes for the stoppage if he can, right? So it's gonna be tough against Formella, like we said, because Formella can take a shot, and it didn't go against Porter, but. I mean, that'll be a good fight for Conor.
Hey, Mitty.
How did we get to that anyway? Like from Loma and
I don't even remember.
Let me add this real quick. What you just said. The fact is, I don't think Formella wanted to exchange with Sean Porter in like a phone booth style type of fight. I think he felt like he had more power. He might have felt the power through the jab or 1 or 2 shots earlier in the fight. So later on, he got on his bike. I feel like in this fight with Conor Benn, he's going to want to exchange more. And Conor has that violent bend streak in him when he throws his punches. You know what I mean? And I feel like if he gets the opportunity, he can. And he might catch Formella with something that he's not really expecting and knock him down. I'm not sure about out, but knock him down. I think there might be a knockdown.
It's possible, It is possible. The way he fights, like he is very committed in all his punches. And he can put like good pressure and all that. So it could happen. Like I'm not gonna discount that because that's the way he fights, and that's the way. I don't see him ever going for a decision. The only time I've seen it doing that is a rematch against like a French dude like Openo. He actually went for the decision in that fight, right? So
went to beat him. Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. What's next?
Undercard of Teofimo.
Yeah.
Do we have any super chats before we do that, or are we good?
We do. Thanks for the reminder. I actually had just reminded you guys. We got a bunch we got to check out here. Let's see. Looking like... Whoa. All right. So we did George, right? Let's double check from the bottom.
I see Boxing Expert is the first of the new batch, if I'm wrong.
Let's hear the people's thoughts.
All right. Looking like... Boxing Expert says it's Gordo knocks out Loma. Oh, if Gordo knocks out Loma, he is pound for pound number 2, period. I guess behind Canelo, right? Damn, you think he bumping...
Bumping Crawford. He bumping a lot of people with that win.
I mean, you got to with all the hype Loma get.
Nah, that argument is...
You got Mitty out here acting like Loma's great.
Listen, you got Tyson Fury out here talking about I beat the man.
I can't wait for Sunday.
Don't you hear Fury saying I beat the man who beat the man who beat the man? I'm the man out here. So if you say Loma is the man, then Lopez beats him, then he the man. Because I just beat the man.
Exactly. If he does that, he'll be the man for sure. But
I just want to serve Crow Sunday.
I have to put him as like as a great man. Like anyone who wins a title in like free division, who's just like has the streak that he has, like is a great in my book. But like Francis says, if my man Lopez just takes the mantle, then he takes the mantle. That's all.
Francis,
those are just pure facts, man.
Who do he win his belts from, Mitty?
Who do you win his belt from? Like, who was his second fight? Like, no, it's possible. Like, it's not like I know his like his resume is top of my head, right? So I can probably just
call him vacant title king
to tell you, right? So
call him vacant title king.
That's fine. Like, but that listen, that doesn't just discount people because they win their belt over a vacant title. Like, sometimes it's the situation. The title is vacated. What do you want him to do?
Tio gonna win it.
Get someone
Tio gonna win it vacated too, Mitty. Tio gonna win it vacated too, because Loma ain't gonna be able to give it to him.
So what you gonna say at that point? Like, so
Mitty, I got a question. Right? I got a question for the panel. Can somebody just answer this question for me? It would be greatly appreciated.
Lopez by knockout.
When Tio wins, beats Lomachenko.
If
he beats Lomachenko, what WBC title is he going to get?
The franchise.
Because Devin Haney, no. The franchise title is non-transferable.
They already
fixed that.
The WBC already came out and said that they were going to transfer
you're late,
it.
Champy.
They're going to transfer it?
Hell yeah. Transfer, champ.
And they should do that. If they do that,
They
that
didn't
would be
update.
respectable.
They didn't update it because I was just on the site checking it out. They didn't say that, but go ahead, yeah.
No, I know they're a bunch of hypocrite idiots, but
Because
yeah,
that
that's what they're
person,
doing.
that fight, that winner.
I mean,
is-
that Mitty's right. They should do that. You know, if it's a title, how does it not get it's weird, but
It's not,
you
it
know.
was not supposed to be, but now it is. We got
But it was
some more
not supposed
super
to be, yeah.
chats. George says, sorry about the bad grammar. I didn't recheck. No problem, George. And Molato says, once again, Loma by TKO at Ness. And Ja the Real says, it's Lomachenko's defense. I guess he meant to say if Lomachenko's defense is overrated, you can't be the Matrix. If you're getting hit that much during a fight, he's no Mayweather. People, stop it. I said that myself, my friend. It's all
but I mean,
propaganda.
that is what people decide.
That's how they
to
sell the
brand
guy.
people, right?
That's how they sell
Yeah,
him.
that's what it is. That's how they decide to brand it. Like if that's what you're offended at, then so be it. Like people will say, "Oh, he's a Mayweather, or he's a Matrix, or he can't get hit." Listen,
Terminator.
for me, those are boxing matches. You're gonna get in there, everyone will get touched. To be honest, if you want to do this, go back to some early Mayweather fights. You will see him getting touched. Take a fight against like Emmanuel Augustus, like a drunken fighter, right? Mayweather got touched a lot, but that doesn't matter for me, right? That doesn't diminish what Mayweather accomplished. He's maybe the greatest defensive fighter there is. They're gonna get touched. This is boxing. If your beef is what they are labeling him as, the Matrix and this and that,
That's
of
my
course
beef.
we know people get touched. People get touched in the ring. This is normal. This is a fight. And when you have two guys at the top, then you should be expecting a good
Well,
fight.
it ain't
As a
gonna be normal
spectacle,
when
Bro,
Lopez
is that
touches
they-
him. I can tell you that right now, mate. It ain't gonna be normal when
They
Lopez
try to
touches
make him
man.
sound superhuman. Oh, he's downloading the data.
I don't want,
he's
I
in
don't
the
want
Matrix.
them to do that.
He's
But,
a
listen,
Terminator.
they've
It's
been
like-
saying that. They've been saying that for all fighters. So downloading the data is not something that's been invented by Lomachenko. That this is what Floyd does. Floyd takes
does.
2, 3, or 4
Exactly.
rounds
They're
to
trying
figure
to use
out
the
his
Floyd
opponent.
words.
And they used to use downloading the data before Lomachenko even became a pro, talking about Floyd. So it's not like just him. People do that for every single fighter. Mike Tyson, before Mike Tyson starting to lose, the guy can never lose. He's a beast. He's this. Come on, man.
Listen, the bottom line is
guys
all
getting upset
fighters
for
Nah, that's
do
my
agree
beef.
download data, but how they use that data once they've collected it is what separates these fighters.
But yo, speaking of, go
but
ahead,
it's the
man.
same thing. No,
Speaking of
that's
data,
my beef.
speaking
Videos,
of data, speaking of that, did you guys watch the press conference yesterday? The press conference between Lopez and Loma? Because there was a lot of data in that press conference in itself, and in their interactions, and what did you guys see? Because I seen the body language of Lomachenko was unbothered, very stoic in the way he was looking across the room. Didn't really smile much, just
He
answer
34.
straightforward.
He 34. He can't move too much. He trying to conserve all his
I feel
energy.
you. Lopez,
Nah, but
is
this
just-
is what
I
I
feel
told you.
Lopez was very jittery. He was very anxious, and I feel like that's where that youth coming. Like he's just ready to get in there. Like, yo, what are we waiting for? Like, you
But
know.
this is what I responded to you when you talked about fighting off emotions, right? If you see the way they conduct themselves throughout the build-up, Loma doesn't seem to me as the guy that is fighting off emotion. And even when he's trying to give a warning, right, he's saying listen, I'm not saying that I will get that opportunity for sure, but if I get that opportunity to inflict pain and make him eat his word, I will do. So he's someone who's also still calculating and, not saying that this is a given for me that I will have that opportunity. There may be scenarios that, I don't have that opportunity, but if I do, I will do. This is
Mitty only like
Speak
Loma.
it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
Nah,
Lopez, he spoke it, he believed it, received it. He got the fight. Now he about to go in there and demonstrate what he got to. What, Ness?
Mitty likes that polite, mean guy shit. Oh, if I get the opportunity, he likes him to be respectful. Fuck all that. Lopez flattening him. Flat.
Yeah, you don't need to be all that. You go in the ring and you just you make someone realize, oh, I'm that guy. Imagine hey, and Loma. I'm not saying that Loma is. I'm not saying that Loma is a humble dude and all that. He's a competitive, spiteful dude. all the things that Lopez is saying, I can see 100%. I can see that Loma will just probably look you down at you and stuff like that, But he's in your division. He's competing with you. What is he supposed to do? The thing, one thing that I liked about Jamel Charlo, right? And there's not many things outside the ring that I like that he never just will tell you that a guy that's in my division, is this, is that. He's straight with them, say, you're my competition. I'm not looking at you, hugging you, this and that.
Yeah, but that's not his personality, though, Mitty. That's not his personality, Mitty. Yeah, but that's not his personality.
We gonna talk about Edgar. What?
Relax yourself, right? So I'm just saying, right?
But that's a fair point. But Mitty, hold on.
This is what they do.
I know, but it's a fair point. You got the nice guys, then you got the gritty guys. You gotta have. What do you mean, relax? You gotta have the gritty guys. You gotta have the guys who's gonna talk like Lopez. That's what sells fights.
That's what sells it.
That's what sells fights, man.
Anyway, okay, cool.
But what are they selling? They're selling the image of the bad guy. Like it's but it's this notion of like the bad guy, or don't mess with me, I'm bad. Like it's
gotta be the villain, man.
No, I absolutely understand that.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Like you like the villain and all those things, eh? But you like all that. Whenever that happens, like you're not gonna be the one who's rocking with him when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? Like, imagine Theo gets stopped like on Saturday. You're gonna move on to the next one. Like he was the villain for your own entertainment. You know what I mean? He doesn't owe you that. He doesn't owe you that.
He's a villain for his own entertainment. He's the one that's talking about what he's trying to do to Loma based on what he feels Loma is bringing his way. Yes, I'm with you. If that's how you feel, that you talk that talk.
Listen, I do need the
Lomachenko's on
man.
the chill. Hold on, Ness. Lomachenko's on the chill, vibe. That's how he do. That's how he operates. Everybody operates differently. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling everybody to be, the sweet, buttoned up, nice. If you want to be rugged and bump and grind, that this is what it is. That's what you got to do. No, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a football term. My apologies. No, that's what they do. That's what they say. Let's bump, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get physical if we're gonna do what we're gonna do. Like, we can dance and play.
I thought it was a club term.
I thought that was some sex.
I didn't know it was football. I thought it was a nightclub kind of thing.
It is. You guys
football in the bedroom. Yo, but undercard, come on, man. Arnold Barboza, because we got a lot of 50-50s.
It's a
right
good
here.
undercard. Well, it's an okay undercard.
Nah, it's some 50-50s. It's some 50-50s.
I like the Barboza Saucedo
50-50.
fight.
That's 50-50.
I love that fight. I went with
50-50.
Saucedo in
What?
the pick'em league. Yeah,
I went with
Saucedo in the
Barboza.
pick'em league.
I went
I feel
with
like
Barboza.
he's never in a bad fight.
But that's the problem. He's always in a bad fight. That's the thing.
That's a good point.
I went with Barboza as well.
Yeah,
so
he's a
especially
boxer.
on recent performances. Like, so and
who Naja went with?
Before the
I
fight
went
in
with
the bubble,
Saucedo.
I didn't see. I didn't see much of Barboza, but at that fight in the bubble, I was happy.
Yo, I love
Alex
that we
Saucedo?
split. I love that we split.
I got Alex, man. I think he got more experience and he gonna dig deep in the moments that he needs to.
Yo, the dudes on the left side losing. On the right side, we picked y'all don't see it the way I see it. But anyway, me and Mitty on the right, Mario and Francis on the left. They picking the wrong guy. We got some super chats. Let me see. After boxing expert, we did that. And then we had Mulatto and we did that. And then we had Ja the Real and we did that. Casual Bass guy said, Ness said Wilder brings out all the weirdos. And now Loma making Ness look super weird. Whatever. We're going to see what you say Sunday on Crow Day, champ. We got Coach Myers that says, the only fighter I would put money on to beat Loma is Shakur at 130. I don't think Tio has enough tools in the shed to beat Loma. I'm writing all your names down. Sunday, we gonna see. Okay, everybody's a Loma fan today.
On the polls, man. Don't worry about it.
Everybody's a Loma fan today all of a sudden. George says, Emmanuel Augustus was the most robbed great fighter in boxing history. So Floyd being given a hard time by him isn't a shocker. I mean, hard time.
I agree with that, but I didn't say that just to downplay Floyd. I said that to just say that in a fight with good fighters, people will get touched, even the people that are the most defensively sound, right? So when they say, "Oh, people put hands on them," it's okay. This is a fight, man. That's what you got to expect. And if you're watching, or if you enjoy watching one-sided beating, then that's on you. That's good. Just carry on doing that. I enjoy watching competitively fought contests, and that's good. So I hope Loma gets touched on Saturday, because it means that we'll be watching a good fight.
Why you
up
keep
and
saying
down.
hope? Why you keep saying hope?
Yeah, because
you're
that's what
not
I'm
putting no
hoping. I don't
respect
know.
on Lopez's name. Like, what you
because
mean
I don't
hope?
know.
Everybody, most people that he's
happen.
touched is knocked out. What do you mean touch? You can't swim without getting wet, matey. You know that.
This is my point precisely. Yeah, this is my point precisely. You can't swim without getting wet.
Though. That's why I was asking. That's all.
Yeah, because that's what I'm hoping that we get. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know the future. Like, you know the future, dude?
Yeah, I know the future, and they're both gonna get touched.
Tio.
That's a fact.
Right.
He believes in Tio that much.
They're getting in a fight.
So I'll be happy on Saturday.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, undercard gentlemen. Damn, y'all hung up on this fight.
Saucedo we talked about, and Berlanga, Edgar Berlanga, is looking to extend that streak of his to take him into the upper stratosphere of one-round KOs. Is coming in against Lanell Bellows. Is this an 8-rounder? I thought it was.
Yeah,
okay.
No, it's an 8-rounder,
round. Okay, yeah. So it's an 8-round super middleweight.
I got Edgar, man. I got Edgar because 14 fights, 14 wins in the first round by KO. There's no way I can't pick against that. That's money all day long. That's money all day long. If you don't get it in the first, you gonna get it in the second. He's shited.
All right. So yeah, I mean, like, we all got Edgar, right? Edgar is getting built. Yeah, he's he's on a build up, right? And this guy is another guy that he puts on his resume to build him up even more, right? So, and yeah, he's got the tools. So
but this is a good test for
Bellows
Edgar.
have been in. Yeah, he's
this
been
is a good test for Edgar,
guys.
man. This is not like everybody's picking Edgar because they believe in that power. But what's gonna happen if he can't knock out Bellows? Bellows ain't no bum.
But Bellows is coming for the knockout. That's what he does.
Won't knock him
He's
out
a knockout guy.
He's never lost by knockout. So what happened if you can't knock him out? Then he'll get outboxed like the other guys that won against him, like Juan Jose Barajas. You know him?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Decision. That's the thing. Can
Travis Reeves?
But can Edgar box, or is he just a puncher? That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and maybe that's what it is. Like, it will show us something else, and that's like another developmental fight, right? So can you show us something else?
All I know is it's a first for everything, and it's gonna be first time Bellows get KO'd by Edgar.
Possibly too, and that will tell us that his power is real, right? So
listen, for everybody that talks about like the top rank diet, and we understand what that is, and we understand that to a degree it exists. You got to admit, this time I feel like they could have stretched this Edgar Berlanga first round knockout streak. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have gave him can after can and just built it up on ESPN and made some headlines and stuff, and maybe been on First Take a couple times, whatever. But they're going after a guy who's never been stopped, and Bellows has been in there tough. So, it's a real fight. But I think Berlanga's head and shoulders above, the class that he's in.
I'm just excited to see how he gets the job done. Is he still gonna look clean doing it as this level of opposition has changed?
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like, you need to have those fights where you learn, and that's interesting, and that will tell the promoter something about him, actually, right? So, can we just start like moving him like a bit faster? Can you just it's Barometer's fight, right? And can he get rid of that guy? And if he can't, can he go through tough patches with someone who's got respectable power by the look of his records? That's how you build a fight. You build a fighter. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
do you speak about Josue Vargas? He's on the undercard as well, right?
Yes, he is. Josue
Vargas.
But remember that Bellows is coming off of a good win. He beat Malcolm Jones last, and Malcolm he was on his own win streak, himself. So he's coming off that upset, so he could be still upset minded. But moving on to,
and two of them by KO too, right, Ness?
I didn't double check, but
Yep, Bellows fight.
Yeah,
two
his
finishes by KO.
last two fights. His last two fights he won by KO. Like,
That's a fact.
one of
This
them
is
retired.
another-
But I don't know either, right? You know Malcolm Jones, so you know what's going on, but I don't know the other guy, Mike Snyder.
So this is another tough fight. Josue Vargas should win this fight, but this guy,
So step up, man.
he's getting hit so much in his last 3 fights that you just don't know. And then Castaneda, Kendo hasn't done enough to believe in him. So I still pick Vargas, but I am not shocked if he loses.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough fight for him because he also came off a loss to Zepeda, who just knocked out Baranchik. You know what I mean? And Zepeda is on the course to being, you know what I mean, the next thing for Top Rank to promote. So the experience that he might have got out of that fight and his previous fights that he has over 101 rounds might give Josue a little bit of problem. The power is not there for either fighter, so this might be just a classic take him to the judges, rough, tough fight.
No, listen, this is going to be a good fight. This is going to be a good test for Josue. He has lost already in his career, but the fact that, for me, Kendo's coming off of 2 consecutive losses drawn out, I'm picking Josue in this one. I just feel like he has enough to bring to the table, but, Kendo is the Texas boy, so I wouldn't feel too bad if he pulled a minor upset.
Message, super chat. Go ahead, Nudie.
Go. No, I was gonna be super quick, right? So I don't know Kendo at all, and I'm just gonna go on A-side status, right? I believe that they're trying to, move Josue before Kendo, so just purely on that, I'm gonna go for Josue Vargas. Nothing else to base my opinion on, basically.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's not the best, man. He gets hit, man. He lost his teeth the last time, bro. Versus a dude that I don't even know the name of.
Yeah, he's got fake teeth now.
Yeah, man. He lost like his 2 front teeth. But boxing expert says this is what greatness is about. Lopez is like King Nello after the best, unlike La Gata, Charla, and Garvanzo beans, Garvanzo Davis, who hide behind their promoters. #takeover. Yo, crazy.
Yo, but this is where
hilarious.
This is where I agree with him, not with the names, funny names and all that. I agree with him. I disagree with both from Bama. I don't think Lopez is mad at his dad. I respect Lopez for taking those top fights. He's that type of guy. You can tell that he's real, man, and he wants to get the shot at the top, bro. So respect to him for doing that, and let's see what happens.
Well, that was the last fight I put in there for the card because the rest of the fights were, not super interesting.
So you don't want to talk about Emanuel Colon and Moran?
Who?
Yeah, this is tomorrow, right? So this
it's a classic Puerto Rico versus Mexican matchup. 2 guys who.
But that's not on the top rank. That's not on the top rank.
No, that's
it's on Telemundo tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I believe it's tomorrow, right?
Fight.
Yeah, it was on the third note.
Yeah,
it's there.
It's
We're
gonna
talk about
it's
Emanuel
gonna be
Colon?
an action. Huh?
I mean, we can talk about it now. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
if you look at both fighters are big punchers, so to speak. At the weight, they have a lot of knockouts between each other, so it's gonna be a good fight. Puerto Rico versus Mexico. It's gonna be just an action-packed fight, man. Check it out.
Cool.
We talking
Yeah,
about
that
the,
was
Purely because it's Puerto Rico against Puerto Rico, or like the only guy I know. The only guy I know in that fight, or I've seen before, is Moran, and I've seen him against Devin Haney, I believe. Right?
Yeah,
So,
he lost to Devin Haney and Pedraza. He fought Pedraza as well, so he got some good names on his record, right?
I didn't.
the only
see him
name of
against
note.
Pedraza.
The only name of note on that card is Xander Zayas.
Yeah, Xander is on the card too. I think
Puerto
he's
Rican,
the co-main event.
Puerto Rican as well, just carrying like a little thing.
Yeah, he's one of the more highly touted
Top-ranked welterweights.
Puerto Rican prospects.
Signed to
got
David
ties-
McWaters.
got
Is he a top ranked fighter?
Top-ranked
Yeah.
fighter, David McWaters.
You got
David
Tyson-
McWaters.
You got
Top
Tyson
rank.
Serranos too, right?
Because
Listen,
they
this is
building
the kid
him.
that they're gonna
Because they
put
building
him
him.
in.
the slot.
No,
They're
because
gonna
they
find a slot
building him.
in for him?
No, Mitty, because
No,
they're
they're
building
building
him to the Spanish audience. All his fights have been on television, top-ranked Spanish cards.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
This is the kid that they're gonna look to try to
Yeah,
you
he's
know
a welterweight.
like Top Rank always wants that
He-
Puerto Rican that they
Yeah.
can throw out there on Puerto Rican parade days and stuff
Exactly.
like that and have those cards.
Him and Berlanga on the undercard of something on Puerto Rican Day Parade. Maybe Josue Vargas headlines versus TDK, the Dominican kid Elvis Rodriguez, for that little strap Josue has. Edgar Berlanga back on the undercard. Xander Zayas on the undercard. Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend, killing it. You know what I mean? But
But
Xander's
that's why I'm surprised, though, 'cause
17-year-old
all-
welterweight.
All the other names that you mentioned, like Josue Vargas, Berlanga, and all that, they are on the Loma undercard, and then you also have like other names like on the undercard, like Quatavius Cash, who was in a contender versus Quincy Lavalle or something like so.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to build that kid. Why don't you put him over?
You're building them to the
some of
Spanish
the other
market.
cards, right?
You're building them to the Spanish market. That's Telemundo is Spanish only TV. They building them to that market. I remember Golden Boy did the same exact thing with Michael Perez, and then Michael Perez, when they stepped him up on the American scene, he lost to Omar Figueroa.
And by the way, Xander
Makes
is
sense.
only 5-0 right now. He lives in Florida, and
Yeah.
this fight is taking place
Four?
in Florida.
No,
I
they're
think.
most of his
How old
fights
is
are
that
in
kid?
Florida. He's 17. That's another thing, Mitty. He could have a developmental deal with Telemundo since he's 17, since he's Puerto Rican. Let me get him on this channel and get those developmental fights. You go on ESPN, you got to step it up.
Cool.
Or-
That makes sense. So that's pretty good, like background info. That's nice. So Telemundo, that's where you build your Hispanic fighters, right? So, all right.
They always have Spanish only cards over there.
Yeah,
Golden Boy,
Canelo used to fight on some of those Telemundo cards
Yeah.
back in the day.
Golden
wow,
Boy
so-
does that
yeah.
all the time. They have their Spanish only cards. These promoters take turns between Top Rank and Golden Boy. They take turns on either putting fights on Telemundo or Azteca TV. It's
And
like-
you're
it's like-
saying like that kid is maybe like too young to take a risk, maybe to put too much pressure on his shoulders to be on like the big top ranked cards, right? So it's better to build him up this way. And then-
I don't think it's that. I think they're just building them to the Spanish demographic. That's all. I just think they're
Okay.
building them to the Spanish people, and that's why they chose to go Telemundo. But we could have him back on. We've interviewed him twice. He's also with David McWaters, so maybe that's another thing. He's a very hands-on management company, so maybe they got their own plans. All I can think of, and its assumption, is that they're building them to the Spanish market.
And they're big
That's cool.
plans, by the way. This kid has a great smile. He's very his style in the ring is very commercial. He big pops, you know what I'm saying? He throws flashy hands. He's got a lot of good qualities that you would expect from a star. And I think Top Rank they're just being careful with him, maybe.
Bro, I just like his name, man. His name is like it's like kind of a superhero type of name, like Xander. I've
Xander
never.
Zayas.
What is that? What, Alexander or something? Xander.
I don't know.
All right.
I
Anyway,
know people
cool.
use Xander though.
All right.
So anyway, yeah, that's the Kissimmee, Florida card happening tomorrow night. But number 2 on the docket before we get to the DAZN
before
cards.
we move on, I wanted to screen share his Instagram just so
Go
people
ahead.
could see, because he was sparring with George Cambroso, who's also with David McWaters now, I believe, and George Cambroso's longtime sparring partner of Manny Pacquiao. And then again, this is a 17-year-old. Look at his 17-year-old body. My man is taking this shit real serious. And he's got good fundamentals, man. Good fundamentals. You see him here popping the jab in the 1-2. Very sharp jab. Nice speed. Big kid. Hopefully he could stay in the welterweight division a long time. Here he is with Cambroso, after some good work, But it's like, Mario said, he's got the smile. Here's that $1 million smile that you can sell if you're a promoter. You know what I mean? He's giving Ryan Garcia a run for the money right there. I'm telling you. Look at him here. with the Puerto Rican flag right there after the weigh-ins. You know what I mean? So they got something. They got something in terms of marketability.
He's tall, man.
Yes.
He looks tall.
Yes, he's very tall.
Yeah.
But he gets work.
He'll be bigger.
He's a big kid, man. Yeah,
I think he's going to be good based off the people that his management team are getting him work with. Like, this dude's working with everybody. He's not staying in Florida. No, he's working with names and going around and improving.
Word.
So we'll see. You know, it's
That's
early.
what's up. I'm interested now. You know, I want to see or hear more of the kid.
It's a little early, but you got to remember this is the same situation, different nationality when it comes to the one that Alex Lemon introduced us to many years ago. He just fought last week.
Kilo the Kid, isn't it?
Yeah, well, one of them is Kilo the Kid. He didn't pan out. The other one is Gabriel Flores Jr., who did.
Oh, Gabe Flores Jr.
And Gabe suffered. Didn't he suffer some stuff in that fight with Koleski? I told y'all he wouldn't. Koleski, didn't he put him down or something?
But his previous fight, I think, is like the one where he really went through a tough time. I think even suffered some kind of injury in that fight, right? So yeah, man. But I mean, he did well enough in his last fight when I watched that, so it was good.
Yeah, man. But this is a good story too. You know, this is his manager, Peter Kahn. I said David McWaters. I'm so wrong. This is Peter Kahn over there. But yeah, man.
You told me it was David McWaters. That's why I thought
that was a mistake. That was a mistake. It's Peter Kahn. Peter Kahn. But he's also a good manager. He's also
Peter Kahn's
he's starting to pick up a big stable now. But anyway, we can move on. And this is Top Rank's social media guy and translator and all that. Look at him right here with Bud. He spent some camp with Bud. I'm telling you, this kid, he's getting that work. Look, him here getting work with Amir Iman. There's no limits. And at that age, just think about it. If that was your son, and you could say your son is sparring at 15, 16, 17 years old, he's a professional, sparring with Bud, sparring with Cambroso, sparring with Amir Iman, you're going to think to yourself, I got something, man. That's how Haney's knew they had something. They was putting him in sparring early, and they gauged it like, wait, this guy's handling his own with everybody.
A lot of these young fighters, Teofimo too, Shakur, all these young fighters coming up now, they going everywhere and fighting everybody. They're not just sticking to one gym or to one city. They're going around and they're getting the sparring from everybody, which is great. It's great for the sport, man.
All right. So what we got up next on the docket, we had Skip, so we got to double back to the Ryan Garcia conversation. It looks like Ryan Garcia-Luke Campbell could happen in the afternoon to avoid a conflict with the Fox pay-per-view. Headlined by the Big Fish, Earl Spence Jr. out of Dallas, who's going to be taking on Danny Garcia, two-division former champion, the Philly Rican. This one's going to be on Fox pay-per-view for December 5th. So Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell, Golden Boy, and Matchroom would be wise not to go head up. I think they could start the card at 5, maybe have the main event endings or in the middle rounds by around 7. This way, by the time you pay for your pay-per-view or turn on your already paid for pay-per-view, they're not overlapping.
Word. And this was first reported by Fernando Barbosa from ESPN's Knockouts. And then the story got picked up by Jake Donovan. And it seems like that's what they're exploring, is to have this not confirm, counter each other, like you said. And I like it. It would be awesome. Imagine being able to be there in Dallas and go to the fight and be able to watch Ryan Garcia, and then head straight into I think Big Irv or somebody on Twitter said that the other day. And I was like, man, that's a good idea. Like it's just a really cool way of them not conflicting, and DAZN doesn't have to,
For all my Border Wars fighters, imagine all of us together on December 5th watching both of these fights.
That would be great. But listen, the conflict that DAZN is having is the fact that they're going to have low numbers competing with Big Fish. Big EJ. So it's better you put it in the afternoon, give people an opportunity to get up who want to watch it, for the hardcore boxing fans. And if Ryan Garcia, can bring out all his young fans to come out and watch it and buy it, great. Good job. But we already know he is competing.
Also, it's 5 p.m. right, New York time, right?
Eastern.
So if it's 5 p.m. Eastern, that's also 10 p.m. in the UK, right? So if you're watching that, at least I don't know if they're fully considering that from a DAZN perspective, because they don't really care about like what's going on the Sky Sports side. However, that means that people who will tune in to watch Luke Campbell will tune in at a respectable time on our side. So that can only be good for Luke Campbell's numbers in the UK too. Right?
Exactly.
So,
now, is this
Exactly.
I think
is
it's a
this
weird
Sky
way to
pay
look-
per view, Mitty? Is this going to be Sky pay per view, or do you think this is part of the UK launch of the Zone?
No, I'm pretty sure it's on Sky Sport. Like I need to double check if it's like.
It should be on Sky Sports.
I
Yes.
don't think it's on the Zone, but who knows? I need to check that to be sure. But my gut feel with that it will be on Sky Sports. I might be wrong, and I'm pretty sure that it won't be pay per view, right? So
Listen, I think that when I first heard about this too, I want to make it clear. Like, I felt like this was the Zone doing the right thing. Like you could make the argument, oh, they got pushed off because Garcia Spence. I get you, but what are we really talking about? Garcia Spence is like a mega fight. Ryan Garcia in like a lot of ways is like his first big test. Like they're not the same type of fights. You know what I mean? Like Ryan Garcia is like a draw, so that makes this newsworthy. But in retrospect, they're two different fights. Like one's a huge prize fight, and the other one is, it's a good fight. It's a solid fight that people are excited about. But it's not
double back. I know Francis said like, oh, the Zone knows better, big fish, competition. It's not. They're on on demand, so to them they don't care. This is on this time for us because they're catering to the UK.
I mean, that's also a good point to look at it too. But if you really think about it, of course, it's gonna be conflict because the boxing fans are fickle, man. You're gonna tell me that more people are gonna watch, more hardcore boxing fans and casuals are gonna watch Ryan Garcia over Danny Garcia and Errol Spence?
I don't. Hardcore fans are gonna watch them both.
Disagree with you if you say yes.
I think both hardcores are gonna watch both.
Yeah,
which one they watch first doesn't really matter to me.
If they would put it on at the same time, I'm talking about. Yeah, we know if they do it at 5 o'clock.
Listen, if you want to ask which fight is better, there's more on the line for Spence Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Like we could talk about that, and that could be a fair statement. But in terms of like these are just two different cards to me. You know what I mean? This Garcia Campbell. It isn't like the mega pay-per-view fight that Spence Garcia is in the States. You know what I'm saying? So it's like two different types of level of cards. But if everybody's good with that, we can move on to the next story, which is going to be probably somewhat controversial depending on where Ness takes us. Demetrius Andrade is going to face Dusty Hernandez Harrison in a super middleweight clash on the Jacobs Rosado undercard November 27th. Weren't both these guys with Rock Nation at one point? Yeah, they were, right? Yeah. Rock in the building tonight.
Yo,
you're a hater.
Yo, after all the cheerleading and his fans be out here straight capping, bruh. If they can have metaphorical guns when they talking boxing, they will. And they will shoot metaphorical bullets, these dudes, for this guy. And look at what he's doing. Like, I want everybody to understand, this is not just Dusty Hernandez Harrison. This is a career welterweight that he's bringing up to 160. I know a lot of y'all don't even know that because y'all like, what y'all asking yourself is, who is he? I'm just letting you know he is someone that is 147. And I want you to understand, when you cap for this dude, when you out here talking about they ducking him, Canelo ducked him, he should fight him, understand that this is now going to be his sixth fight. His sixth fight on the Zone. And, this is the first name we could pronounce. His sixth name, bro. Bro, first of all, let me show you how much they love Andrade and how much he loves them. He ain't never fighting nobody but this level of fighter. Name another DAZN fighter that fought 6 times. Not even Canelo, who the top dog, got 6 fights into his contract. Andrade's the only dude they read up. They let Michael Hunter go in an era where heavyweights are making money. They said, fuck that heavyweight. We keeping 160-pound Demetrius Andrade.
First of all, he made it very clear that what was he supposed to do? Sit around and wait for somebody to offer to accept one of Eddie's offers? You know, that's what he said.
So wait. So let's just stop there. So let's just stop there. No, wait. So let's stop there. So are you saying, Mario Munguia, that you can't find a better 168-pounder?
I'm saying that in these COVID
times,
it is much more difficult to find a credible 160-pounder. So yes, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe I should have said a real 160. How you testing the waters at 68 versus a welterweight?
Oh, a real. Okay.
But that's what he's saying. He's saying I'm testing the waters at 68 versus a welterweight. I'm just scratching my head about this shit.
He just wants to feel how it feels before he goes up and makes an official campaign. Like, you know, he can get that information from
Bruh, let me tell you something.
Hard.
I just hope Andrade gets the stoppage.
That's not a name that I know, right? I'm not familiar with him.
What? Really?
I'm telling you, like, you know,
I'm surprised.
I'm not familiar with him, and like, I mean, all I'm checking is like
he's gritty. He's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
Yo,
but
Mario,
it looks
stop
like
being
someone
polite.
who took like a very long break, right? So
yeah, he did.
I just went to check him. Like 2016, that's when he did he campaigned at like 147. But since he came back, I think his last few fights been like, you know, at 170 to 165, right? So 160.
75 to 160.
I mean, yeah, the last one was 174, and then like he had like the lowest was at 162. But I mean, like, I understand what Ness is saying is a career welterweight. When he was doing his thing before his long break, he was at 147, right? So, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
Andre, he had some gas behind him for a while.
He got KOs at that weight too, between 162 and 1174. He got all KOs.
Yeah, versus who?
I mean, it's okay, but who? Yeah, exactly.
Nobody. No, I agree with y'all. No, I agree with y'all.
My man had a fight. His last fight was at Tyson's playground.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't just do this thing about like opponent. Like the fight that he's fighting this guy, doesn't make me happy. I'm not gonna lie about that, but that doesn't make like Boo Boo a bad fighter overnight, right? The problem is that we want to see Boo Boo in those good fights, the fight that you know we're all talking about. You know, I want to see him like at the very least against Billy Joe. If I don't see him against Billy Joe, I do want to see him like, you know, if he's gonna go at 168. I know it's gonna be hard to make, but I want to see Jacobs at some point. He deserves bigger name, right?
Well, that being under the undercard bodes well. Go ahead, Ness.
Yo, so I just want to say, retrospect, Urgas knocked out Dallas, who has a draw with Harrison. Yeah. Okay?
I've seen that.
Okay. Lamana was stopped by Cotto, and Harrison has a UD win. That's the biggest win on his resume is Lamana. I'm just saying. Listen, I know Harrison very well.
I get it, but Cotto is not a bad name to stop you. You know what I mean?
No. Cotto stopped Lamana, and I'm showing you that Harrison couldn't stop Lamana. Right? No. I'm showing you that Cotto stopped Lamana and showing you that Cotto, who's a journeyman, right, stopped Lamana. Harrison, who's still considered
Kota.
Okay,
Kota.
Yeah. So I'm
showing
you.
You meant like Cotto, like.
Oh, you
yeah, I was trying to say Kota.
No, Kota.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, look, yo, it's crazy, man. Andre is wilding. He's wilding. This is not.
I mean, he's doing.
Matter of fact,
we can't be happy for that.
No, matter of fact, Earl Spence said it himself. Yo, Earl Spence came out on his Twitter and said, "Come on, man, Andre gotta fight better opposition than that. You could do better than that. You could do better than this. This guy is ranked 100, man.
Right? So,
what you mean? What is the issue?
He definitely can do better than that. That's what I mean. What is the issue? If I'm here,
yeah.
I'm just forcing people
bro, he
to
gotta
give me
listen
because I'm getting trolled right now, right?
It's the same argument with Bud Crawford. Like, you re-sign into a situation that can't get you to fight. Like, he literally re-signed. He had a 4-fight deal and re-signed. This is now his 6th fight, man. Like, This is crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody
listen,
needs to
I
be
hear
calling
you.
in here talking about, yo, why they ain't fighting Andre? Because he fighting this shit. Listen, let's just read off his last 5 fights out loud. Luke Keeler from Ireland, Masil Sulecki, Artur Akakov, Walter Kawatanam, man, I like to call him Akinwande, and Alantez Fox, which was in 2017. Jack Coolclay, Willie Nelson, Dario Fabian Puncheta, Brian Rose, Vanez Martirosyan, Freddie Hernandez, Alex who? Bruh, yo, stop, man. We got to stop with this shit already. Like, you can't go harder for a fighter than he's going for himself. You understand what I'm saying?
I
No,
get
I don't know what you
everything
mean by
that you're
that.
saying. No, I get everything you're saying, and I think I have to agree when you read that list of names. However, what I won't do is just say that the guy is not good. But the problem is, I would like to stand behind him with like good level of opposition. And on top of that, what we can also say, there's some situation that require the asterisk to be read, right? So he did have a deal to fight Billy Joe Saunders. It's not his fault that deal got pulled off. And then he had to fight one of the names that you read off when that situation fell through. So it's not like, some fight, at least one fight with a decent name wasn't ever signed or put forward to him, right? So, yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I do want to see him with like a better name though, right? So we can really see what's up.
Yo,
right?
the zone didn't even give him Sergey Derevyanchenko to build up the Gennady fight. Like, there's zero
Yeah, but that's
interest.
the point, though, is that see, look, I agree with everything you said about bringing up Dusty like this, because we all know what this is. It's, Dusty had some name recognition and some name value, the mid 2010s, and they're trying to capitalize off of whatever they can right here. But
No, it's
I
another
also want to say
undefeated.
that there's a point to be made with what he's saying. He's saying he can't wait forever to fight. And if you're going to fight on that night when Jacobs is fighting, is probably one of the best times to fight, because at least you can keep some sort of sense or doorway open to that possible matchup.
Let me show
it's
you
better that
something.
he's on this card than he's not on any card at all for the rest of the year.
Yo, there's 1,692 registered 168 pounders. Let's end the story, man. Like, they found.
Bro, I already said I
found
agreed with
Dusty.
you. You're right. You're right.
No, but you made an excuse by saying, well, he said, what am I supposed to do? Not fight? Yeah.
I said that was the only
Yeah.
that was the only point that I had
Yeah.
to counter.
Let me
but
tell
it's
you
not
something,
a
though.
valid enough point.
But let me tell you something.
I agree.
Yes, you're supposed to not fight. That's what Mikey did. That's what
Man.
Earl did. That excuse me, that's not what Earl did. That's what Floyd did. Like, you get out of the contract. Your
Stop it,
promoter
bro.
and you aren't on the same page. You want legacy and your promoter's just getting you fights.
Or how about this? How about boxing works in a way where the best fight the best, regardless of who they're attached with? Like,
Bruh.
Eddie's sending out offers. Like, you're making
Bruh,
this seem
Winky
like
Wright-
this isn't
Listen,
like the.
let me tell
Winky
you,
Wright,
like,
Winky
what is
Wright,
happening-
Winky Wright is known, and Winky Wright had it tougher than Andre,
Yo.
bruh. He had it
But
tougher than
what-
Andre, and he's known, and he got the fights. Like, Andre ain't doing the right thing.
What is happening though, like, and that's gonna hurt Andre more than anything, is because the day he eventually gets a fight with a recognized name or someone that we like, and if he end up losing that, that fight, then people will just discredit anything that we've seen on the eye test or saying that he's a good fighter. They say, oh, you see, whenever he got to fight one guy, then he lost, right? And that's going to damage him more than anything long term. So he definitely has to push to get better name on his resume sooner rather than later, before they catch him when, he's going to come around and say, oh, age or whatever, inactivity, whatever is going to, play against him. So, if
Really,
I
I
was
agree
him,
with you 100%.
I'll just push a bit more, because I don't think he's a bad fighter. I think he's a good fighter. But, I can't really defend him when he's not fighting anyone of note, right? So,
Agree.
Listen, man. We're talking about tall, black, slick, decent power, but just ain't fighting nobody, man. He ain't fighting nobody. He has the talent. That's what they're gonna say. The narrative, Mitty, is very true. They're gonna say, listen, when you stepped up to the big fights, he fell short. Every time he stepped up, he fell short. So he needs to get on it right now and try to get some fights under his belt. Clearly, we know the Charlos are not going to give him a fight based on their recent negotiation that they had before and who stepped away from the fight and they didn't have the fight. So that you can, for now, that's out the window. You know what I mean? We'll see who else want to step up and give him an opportunity. Callum Smith is there. Maybe he can get a fight with them. He got the same promoter. Maybe that can happen.
Bruh, let me tell y'all something. Fuck it. He ain't coming on this show anyway. He ducking. He ducking Williams, man. I ain't even no UK dude or no UK resident. You gonna tell me you got a dude calling you out for over a year. He's your mandatory. You rather vacate your belt, move up to 168 and fight Dusty Harrison? So Liam Williams is your mandatory. He was forced to go knock somebody out who nobody never heard of last week. He's been calling you out for a year. You about to vacate your belt to fight Dusty Hernandez Harrison. I just want to be clear so that nobody ever calls in here cheerleading. I don't want to hear nothing about why he ain't getting no shot, why they don't take his belt. He dropping his belt. He ain't even want to vacate. He don't even want to defend it versus he literally came out on social media and said, fighting Liam Williams is nothing to me, so I'd rather move up. Like, that doesn't even make sense. You about to go to a division with no title? I don't know what's going on, man.
That doesn't make sense. Like, but I mean, like the only thing again, like, is whatever.
Now Liam got to fight for a vacant belt. That's not fair.
Yeah, when you're out there on that undercard and all that, like the reality. But we shouldn't even be like trying to, kind of like defend promoters and all that. But I mean, like, forget anything I said, man. He should be fighting anyone better, man. I don't know. I can't even.
He should be fighting Liam. There's no excuse.
Yeah,
there's no excuse to vacate your belt or have a non-title. Because maybe he's gonna come out and say, "Oh, I ain't vacate. This was a non-title fight." So you rather have a non-title fight with a non-name versus your own mandatory.
It depends. I mean, like, they probably like put something in front of him, right? So what's next? If there is nothing next confirmed for him,
Mitty, I'll give you the best thing that could be next. I'll give you the best thing that could be next. On the poster for this conversation is Andrade's name, and it's got the picture of him and Dusty, and next to that is Rosado Jacobs. So the best thing that could happen is
Jacobs, right?
Exactly.
That's the Jacobs next,
but I think as a consumer, I've waited too long. The sell pass date, the sell pass date is gone. I don't need 6 fights of you fighting nobodies to build me up to Jacobs. And I damn sure don't need you to fight Harrison to build me up to Jacobs.
But yo, I think Jacobs want to fight Jamal anyway. Jacobs said in his recent interview that after he fights Rosado, he wants to fight Jamal. Charlo.
I don't know if it's possible and straightforward like that. Definitely the Andrade fight,
he's
is
on
more
the zone,
straightforward and possible. But Ness, I get you, right? And I get what you're upset, and we are consumers, we are fan and all that. But it doesn't mean that we can't like see it from his perspective. If he's getting a Jacobs fight, let's say March next year, and that's what he wants to do, then I can understand his explanation. Doesn't mean that I'm happy with what he's doing, that's the only rational thing that we can say about that situation.
Man, it sucks, bro. I mean, he's been fighting now, what, 16 years, maybe 14 years, 2008. What's that? 12 years. 12 years. 12 years. The biggest name. It's a debate. We about to debate right here. This is a debate. Is the biggest name on his resume Brian Rose, Willie Nelson, Alantez Fox, or Selecki?
I have to go with my man, Brian Rose, man.
Look at that. I mean, this is what they say Canelo's ducking. This is what I'm saying. When you say things out loud, you might not say them. So we need to start going in a dark room, saying this shit out loud and be like, nah, that ain't gonna make sense on the Boxing Voice. That ain't gonna make sense on the Boxing Voice.
Who'd you pick? Who's your biggest fight for him?
You
Out of the names that's on there right now.
You got to pick one of them. Selecki, right? Because he gave a good fight. He gave a good fight to Rosado and Jacobs. And again, I'm picking a dude that's a habitual loser. Right?
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. Like, yo, this is what, like, people defend. And
Vanez also was like, at the time anyway. Like,
yeah, at the time that he fought Vanez, it was a good win. But that win is so far and old that it's forgotten. It's what, 7 years ago?
7 years. 7 years ago.
7 years ago? Come on, man. Bruh. Sad, man. Sad. Listen. This is why you have to be careful who your son signs to. You know, it's bigger than promoters, managers. You got to be careful. What is it that you signing? Because I don't understand this, man. I mean, this is a lot of bullshit fights right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's 5. I've been saying 6. So it's 5 fights. This is his 5th fight on his DAZN deal. Shh. Because that Alantes Fox, that was HBO, right? Anybody remember?
No.
No idea.
I don't think so.
Turning Stone Casino sound like an HBO fight. But I mean, if that was DAZN as well, then yeah.
Yeah, it was HBO. You're right.
All right. So he got 4 fights with DAZN. This is 5th fight. He already re-upped. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate because it's not even a good co-main. Like, I don't know. Yo, who the fuck is doing their programming over there? Like, this isn't even a good co-main. Like, they could have had Rosado Jacobs on their own. Why is this even on there? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, when's the last time Dusty Harrison's been on TV?
Listen, it's a Rosado Jacobs fight, so I don't think it would have ever had like a great co-main event to begin with. So you're right. It's not a good co-main event regardless. I don't know. It's not the biggest event either.
Yeah, Ronald Graville. Like, we're talking like promoters. Like, we shouldn't be doing that. Like, I think like what you're saying, Mario, is that there's not enough money in the pot for that event to bring all the names that we want as consumers, right? But we're consumers, man. We have, and especially with that Andrade situation, like, it's not like it's only yesterday that we started calling for him to fight bigger names, right? So that's why we're getting frustrated, and we are deciding not to listen to what seems to be a rational explanation for him. But, I don't know, man. Like I said it before, we can't defend it, and we definitely can't talk like we're promoters, man. That's not, that's not what we should be doing. We should be talking like fans, man.
Moving on.
Well, if we move on, go ahead.
What do we got? We're going to the
last one was the October 17th. This is Sunday. No, I'm sorry. This is Saturday. In Newcastle, England, Lewis Ritson is taking on Miguel Vasquez in a 10-round junior welterweight fight.
Yeah,
I got Vasquez.
I don't think. No worries.
I got Vasquez with the shocking stoppage, the upset.
Just to say, I don't think it will be in Newcastle. Actually, it was supposed to be in Newcastle, but that's when they were expected crowd back then. But I think they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that in a studio somewhere, not so up north or someone like so. But I mean, like, I mean that fight is definitely the main event, right? But I was excited for a fight that isn't happening anymore. But like, in that fight, I'm picking Ritson. I'm picking Ritson. I think that, it's like good matchmaking at the right time. And I think just like, it's not like defensively great, but it will just go out there and just like, purely on work rates, will just get the decision. I don't think it's stopping Vasquez either, right? So if it is, maybe accumulation of punches, but I just think like a decision where Vasquez is going to give him like some tough run and good experience, but is eventually not going to get the decision anyway.
So just to piggyback off what Coach Midi's saying, I totally agree with you in terms of the result of the fight. I got Lewis Ritson winning, not by KO. Vasquez has fought some tough competition in Josh Taylor, O'Hara Davis, and the former champion Mikey Bay, who's now training Devin Haney for his upcoming fight against Gamboa. So I think that Vasquez has the rounds, he has the experience, but he does get hit, and Yeah, I got Lewis Ritson by decision on the weekend.
Yeah, and I mean
Yeah.
the fight that I
Yes.
was alluding to earlier is like, oh, sorry, go
No,
ahead.
no, go
man.
ahead. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay, the
I'll
fight
go
I was
after
alluding to, it was the Savannah Marshall versus Anna Rankin, right? So that fight is not off the card because
She has
Savannah's
COVID.
Marshall, no, she doesn't like, but
Peter
her trainer
Fury.
has.
Peter
Oh,
Fury.
Peter Fury.
Yes,
Pe-
that's
Peter
right.
Fury
The
has
uncle of Tyson Fury.
Yes, yes.
is tested positive to COVID, so they had to pull the whole team
So-
off
Even-
so bad.
the
even-
card, right?
Even though they've all tested negative for the
Yeah.
coronavirus, just for precaution,
Yeah, but
they have to
that's
take.
the
Yeah,
rules, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they don't know when it contracted
precautions, yeah,
COVID, and then it could show up like on Savannah's Marshall a day later, for example, right? So
Yeah, she was exposed. She was exposed.
yeah, she was exposed. They have
She
to
has to
they
do
have
that.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's understandable because of these times, but it just sucks, dude. Like,
That's what it is. We've seen that more and
she's
more.
been working so hard, and it would suck for anyone. You're right. I don't know. I've seen so much in the last 3-4 weeks, and I don't know. This is just heartbreaking. It sucks, and it felt like we hadn't had one in a little while. Maybe just like not one that I don't know. Maybe I'm talking shit.
No, I think we had a few like decent like female fights at world title fights, actually good fights, definitely. That we've
Word,
seen, like,
definitely.
a few. But what was exciting about this one is that we know what's going on with Savannah Marshall. Like we know that the end game is Clarissa Shields, right? And you always have that storyline that everyone wants to, rally behind. Like, hey, she's the only woman that gave Clarissa a loss. So, however you think, whatever you think about the loss or whatever, that's a story that they are going to play. And one day, hopefully, that fight happens, and let's see Clarissa put that right, or Savannah Marshall just going
She
too
gonna be
old.
no
Yeah, let's
different
see.
than Rovici Ramirez, dog.
All right.
You got the win in the Emmys. That don't mean it translate to the pros, man. I said she gonna be no
Yeah.
different than Rovici Ramirez. She ain't fighting
Okay.
nobody.
Yeah, but that's
everybody
okay. That's the
knows
thing.
her because of her win over Clarissa. She's done absolutely nothing. This was the first thing she was about to do, which she was moving out of her weight. Like you
But see, you're
168.
looking at this so bad though. Like,
no,
Clarissa needs
no,
these
you guys
fights.
talked.
She
I didn't
needs
cut
these
y'all
fights
off.
to mean something.
No,
I'm sorry.
Y'all
You're right.
talk.
I'm so sorry. Go
Y'all
ahead.
talk. Y'all talk.
Go
I
ahead.
didn't cut y'all off. She don't need to move up to 175. She was at 168, but she don't want none of that smoke with the champ, Franchon Cruz Dezern, right? So she going to 175 to fight some girl we never heard of, to call herself a champ, to come back down with negotiation power. Like, why she not fighting? She was number 4. She was number 4, and Shadeja Green was number 6. They could have fought for the vacant IBO, but she rather move up. Y'all giving her a pass. You 168. Where you going? Where you going?
160. She was gonna fight at 160 today on Saturday.
Oh, I thought it was 175 for the title. This was not a title shot? Because remember, she had a title
That was
shot.
title, right?
She had a
Let me
title
see.
shot
I'm
scheduled,
but
she was supposed to get a
I'm
title
pretty
shot
sure.
at
I'm
75.
pretty sure it was at middleweight. Like 1 second.
Nah. We interviewed her on this show, and she told us she was supposed to get a title shot at 175. That's why she was moving up. So maybe they negotiated somebody up below at 160.
Yeah, they were just
who?
making it like closer to like build up a fight with Clarissa. I'm pretty sure that this was going to be at 160. Let's see. It's off the card, right? But let me see if it's on any like of the promo stuff and all that. But I'm pretty sure that it was 160.
I don't know. Her last 7 fights or so been at 165, man. I'm telling you, I don't know.
Yeah. Definitely. She's a super middleweight, like to start with, like so she's 168, but I think she was going down to 160 for that one. It was a middleweight fight, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what I mean.
It
Like,
was
so,
also
hey, this is what it is, right?
Clarissa's leftovers. She beat Hank Rankins already.
Yeah, and
Like
again,
what?
that's
Like
how
what,
you
4
do.
years
That's
ago?
how you do it, right?
Like
But that's
four-
what they're gonna have to do. That's what they're gonna have to do. It's not like you have like a huge pool to just like avoid doing that, and that's what we need to do. Let's see what she does with Clarissa
And that-
leftover, however you
And
want to
that's
call
all.
it.
Super chat.
And that's
build
all
it
I'm
up,
saying.
right?
That's all I'm
Super
saying.
chat.
I'm highlighting that she's building her name of Clarissa. She ain't done shit.
Yeah.
Now she about to
But
fight a
that's okay,
Clarissa,
right? That's how
a
you do
Clarissa
it. Like, so-
victim. She's doing nothing, trying to get a shot off of a fucking amateur win, just like Robisi Ramirez. But
like everyone else
it
does.
got
Like
burst.
that's what Dillian did with AJ, right? So that's what if you have something to put you in contention, why wouldn't you use it? And now when you get to it, can you pull it off again? Obviously you don't believe she will, but I'm just saying let's get to it and let's see what she does. I believe like Clarissa is like a more polished boxer, and she's shown, in the pros that, she shows much more than Marshall, right? So, but I still want to watch that fight, right? So
they ducking Shadeja.
Listen,
they
need opponents for Clarissa. You know what I mean? They need these things built, and this works. You know what I'm saying? Super chat. Let's get to them. I only see
looking
Stick
like
Talk
Coach
Boxing.
Myers. Oh,
Okay,
wait.
Yeah, won't let me see the other ones anymore.
Louisville Slugger says Demetrius, the real pedestrian beater Andrade, 100 emoji. And Boxing Expert says La Gata was sniffing inside a trash can for Sergey. And Coach Myers says, why won't Charlo or Canelo take his belts then? What belt?
Was that Coach Myers that called him the real pedestrian beater?
No, Louisville Slugger.
That's hilarious. Louisville Slugger.
Yeah, and he's got a case. Andrade's resume is way beneath Bud's. Like, he's wilding right now. Andre taking this fight is hilarious, bro. For real. Like, this should have been the fight where him and Eddie argued. Like, yo, what the fuck? Throw my phone type of what? The best you could do for me is Dusty Harrison, Eddie? I believed in you. I believed in the zone. This my 5th fight, and I'm fighting Dusty Harrison? Charlo just did a pay-per-view. Y'all got fucking Canelo moving up 8 weights, fighting Kovalev for different belts, creating legacy. But he ain't saying that because he buying mansions with that money, man.
There you go. Champ.
You see his YouTube video. He don't give a fuck what y'all say about his resume, man. He care about the checks.
But you know what this is. He's saying, look, we can't get the big fight you want for the rest of the year, so we're going to give you a guy who has some name recognition so that we can leech off of whatever sort of... That's the same...
Stop saying name recognition. You know that's a lie.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Dusty got 35 fights.
Okay, can I ask you one question? Does Dusty Hernandez Harrison have more name recognition than anyone he's fought in the zone?
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? That's the only thing. I agree with you. You're 100% right. I'm not
But it might be an
you.
argument, Mario. Somebody might say Luke Keeler's a bit more of a star in Ireland than Dusty is in America.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fair.
Like
That's fair.
For me, I didn't know Dusty, right? Maybe like, it's just me, and it was just making waves on your side, right?
Yeah, he made waves over here. He signed to The Rock. He had a Fila deal.
Yeah.
He
had
was
a
trained,
lot of New York
He was
people
trained by
very
Barry
invested in
Hunter.
him.
He was trained by Barry Hunter. He was big enough to hold local shows.
Okay, so yeah, I get that.
That's right. He was doing big numbers with local shows.
Whoa, slow down with the big.
I mean, for local shows.
I give like, I give Luke Killer because I know him, and Suleki even like Suleki, based on what Suleki has done recently, I just like find it like a bigger name, not Dusty to me, right? So, but that's just
He's
me
like
not knowing what is done on your side.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is that guy. So I get how that conversation probably went, is all I'm trying to say.
All right.
But listen,
we got another one from Stick Talk Boxing who says, TBV, what up? Yo! Right back at you.
Yo, what up, Stick Talk?
So next on the docket is notes. This is a beautiful note. Shout out to Mario for realizing this. That
Big
was
up,
loud.
Mario, big up.
That was loud. But this is fantastic news. See, this is Al Heyman. Yo, I want my royalties on the real, man. I know they listening. They playing chess, not checkers. Bob Aaron playing checkers in the welterweight division. Guess who scooped up? Castillo Clinton. Cry, 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 dry your eyes. Here come them Bud contenders with their little teary eyes. Yo, how they keep stealing all the welterweight prospects, bruh? Bruh, they took Castillo Clinton from Canada. First for Mella, we told Bud Dulani and Unify with the IBO. They ain't listen. Formella snatched that. Porter took that. Turned that into a double sanctioning body eliminator. You understand what I'm saying? He turned Formella into a double sanctioning body eliminator, okay? And now here we are, Castillo Clinton, undefeated Canadian. Yo, what up, champ? You ain't saying nothing. You looking at your phone. This your peoples. Canada, what up? Castillo, what up? We here now. We here now, Canada. Canada, we here.
He was born in Nova Scotia, now living in Montreal. Montreal, is hosting a lot of fighters right now. You got Jean Pascal, you got Elita Alvarez, you got Arthur Biderov. You have all these fighters that are doing a lot of things.
Yo, you murdered that man. He said Biderov. He said Biderov. What the hell?
He said Pascal.
That sound like a weird porno name.
John Pascal. Yeah.
Yo, Mario.
You know, I'm Jamaican, bro. You
Mario. Mario, that's your porn name, Mario.
Your flow, man. Go for it.
Yo, your porn name is Arthur Biderov. Yo, he crazy. My man said, yo, we got Arthur Biderov. I said, what the fuck? What porno is that?
You notice how I kept going and y'all not supposed to pick it up. I kept moving.
I ain't letting God just do this.
Yo, I wasn't letting it go.
Like, you're not letting that one go.
I kept repeating. I kept repeating until y'all heard it. Like, wait, y'all ain't hear that shit? Yo, we got James Kelly with a super chat. He says, I have concerns. Though the brother Charlos did well, they won't fight Demetrius because he is not sitting target. My opinion, your thoughts. I think they're not fighting Demetrius because he's fighting the pool boy, the lawnmower man, the Uber driver, the pizza delivery guy. The guy that you paid to bring you the remote. The butler. Like, come on, man. I mean, yo. And he says, please read my super chat. Well, we just did, and we gave you a lot of emphasis on that. Demetrius ain't getting the fights because he's fighting these type of fights. Like, how could Canelo fight you? His fans don't know who the fuck you are, and we can't show highlights of your fights. Like, who cares that you beating my garbage man up? Like, you beat the dude that just gave me popcorn at AMC, and the fans care why. You know, yo, we was at Rebounders with my kid. I seen Demetrius Andrade opponents and shit taking tickets and shit. Like, come on, bro, stop, man.
Damn, dog.
Nah, bro.
There were the guys that were hustling people on the speed bag, the punching bag. You know what I'm talking about?
Listen, the fact that you said, is this not the biggest name he's gotten on the zone? And I have to say yes, says it all. It says it all. You know, this is beautiful, though. This is beautiful. I guess that's everything, but we got a super chat. Let's see what that's about. Yo, remember the number to call in? 1-425-569-5241. And James Kelly says, let me call in. And you can absolutely do that by dialing the number I just said, or you can go ahead and get that Skype app and go ahead and call Nestor Gibbs. Now, if you're calling in on Blog Talk, you got to press one time. Mario, Blog Talk is open. We're going to go to these phone lines. You know the number once again to call in. 1-425-569-5241. Press one time. One time.
You're wrong for that one. You should have let that one go, You're wrong for that one, but I got you.
Which one?
You and Ness would better be on.
The Arthur better beater.
You got me with that. I got one for you. Don't worry. I can get you back.
Yo, but
you'll definitely get me back, man. Definitely.
How do you say it anyways? What is it? Better
BF. Better BF.
No, you said it
better
BF.
BF.
You You said it well. Don't worry about it. Keep saying
Yo,
it.
but
you know.
but
Peter Robinson?
that did throw us off, man. We got to talk about this this actual fight. Abdul Korab is out. So Top Rank drops the ball here. Castillo slides in. He's going to be facing now, Castillo Clayton versus Sergey Lipinets. Who you picking? I never got in to see Castillo live, so this is like a great thing. And
well, as a resident Canadian, I'll go first.
I'm not a big fan of Lipinets. I'll just say that. So if Castillo beats him, I wouldn't be mad. He doesn't bring much to the table in my eyes.
Well, we'll start there. Lipinets he's a decent fighter. He got decent power. Having a good fighting background with kickboxing, doing kickboxing first and then doing boxing. So he's pretty good at striking, using his hands really well. He's had some big wins. Big for his status. He's had some big wins coming up in the welterweight division. Just looking to challenge for a belt, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get a shot at the title. Castillo Clinton is a good fighter, very come forward fighter. He's undefeated. He took on the likes of like Chop Coarley, and you know what I mean? It's his turn. It's his turn to show up and to show out, being out there in Canada, hoping to get the exposure. Steve Rose went first and fought GGG. Now it's his turn to step up on that type of level, close to that type of level, because GGG and Lipinets not on the same level, but in that world level type of atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
I only know Clayton from like Jeff Gowley. I think I exchanged a message on like Instagram with Jeff, and it was just like, bigging up Clayton. So I hope he does well. I hope he represents, Canada well and all that. I don't have like a dog in a fight, but if it comes down to picking, I will find it hard to pick against Lipinets because I have to go by, what kind of like a buy to. Right? I've seen Lipinets, and if I have the choice between someone I've seen versus someone I haven't seen, I have to go with like the other person that I've seen, right?
Man. Sight unseen. You heard it here first.
Sight unseen.
Maybe like. Listen, but let me give you my reasons.
Right.
Let me give you my reasons. Let me give you my reasons, and I'll see if I sway you. First things first, Lipinets moving up from 40. Yes, he's been in maybe 2 fights already, but he's moving up. He's already been small at 40. Now he's small at 47. Castillo Clayton his last fight, matter of fact, was at 54. That says it all. This ain't no little boy. He about to beat the brakes. Come out party. He beating the brakes off Lipinets. Watch.
Maybe it's true, right? So, but like, unless like, like I have like some kind of inside info and stuff like that, I just can't do that. Right?
Yo, how you disrespecting Jeff like that? That is your inside info. Jeff is.
No, I cannot take your inside info unless you told me you never seen dude fight live. So come on, man.
I said Jeff. I said Jeff. Jeff is your inside. He's from Nova Scotia.
Jeff just sent me a message. He said, "Yo, he from round my way. Good guy." Like that's what he told me. So. I hope he's right. I hope he's right. That's all. I won't be mad, just like you. I'll be happy. But if you're asking me to pick, I can only base on what I know, and I'd rather put the stock on what I know versus what I've never seen. Right?
I agree
with that. And Lipinets has the amateur pedigree. I mean, this guy is a polished fighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is a Lipinets fight. This is for him.
What's your favorite Lipinets fight? Let's do a film study. Which one? Which film study we doing?
Whatever knockout he got in San Antonio. What was that?
Who he fought?
I don't remember who it was.
Exactly.
I don't remember. I mean, you're right. Look, I'm not going to say. I mean, yeah, he beat Peterson, right? He beat Eric Bonet. I think probably his biggest wins.
Peterson? Oh, he beat
and best known for losing to Garcia.
He beat Lamont or Anthony?
He beat Lamont.
Lipinets beat Lamont. It must have been after Earl.
He did. No, he beat him after. Yeah, he was after Earl.
Yeah, it was after
All
Earl.
Right, I got two super chats. Robert Singleton still feeling bad, saying Andre Wood's my guy, but I can't defend this ish. And then we got James Kelly saying Roy Jones. As much as I like him, he fought plumbers, cab drivers, carpenters, and plumbers again. Okay, so you like plumbers because they
and jump Stoney.
What?
And James Toney. Like, come on,
James
man.
Toney.
Like, you're gonna bring Roy Jones into the plumber conversation? Come on, man. Like, anyway, like,
And he said,
Yep.
he said plumbers because they were his so-called mandatories. Well, Andre should have beat his plumber and Liam Williams. We'd have seen who'd have got their pipes clean real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because Liam wasn't coming to play. He was gonna give us at least a good fight, and Andre could have showed how good he was in taking him out quick. Because that's what Canelo does. He fights a Liam Smith, body shot, you out of there. I fight me a Rocky Fielding, body shot, I'm out of there. What about Andre? Oh yeah, 12 with Keela and Akinwande and all the other dudes. Come on, bruv. Anyway, so nobody got anything else to say about Castillo. We don't know much. We got to wait to see him live. We're going out to the callers. 1-425-569-5240. One press one time to voice your opinion.
Hold on. I got to add something real quick before you get to it, man. That height and that reach from Clayton is going to be a big factor in the fight. He's a good body puncher. So when they get in close proximity, I think that, you know what I'm saying, his body punching ability is going to wear on Sergio Lipinets going late down the rounds. But I just think that Lipinets just got a little bit too much for him. But I got to rock with my Canadian nonetheless. Stand up, win or lose, and rock with Canada. Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada. Trey, you a hater, and all I can say is you lucky you ranked above me. But remember, I'm top damn near 5. So don't disrespect. I ain't casual. I just know how to sell casuals a fight. You see my picks. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dudes ain't even on the Pick'em League because they don't want a record. I got a record. And guess what? It says I'm top almost 5. You know what I'm saying? You like how I did that, Mitty? Almost 5?
Almost 5, man.
You gotta know, you gotta know how to play with words, you know what I'm saying? At least I'm not out the top 10 though.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to step in and say you're closer to 10 than 5, but it's all right.
And actually, I'm not, Mitty, because if anything, I'm on a 2 or 3 week where I was at 9, and now I'm going closer to the top 5.
You're going the right direction.
I got the momentum. I got the momentum. You know what I'm saying? So you can't call me casual because I've been picking all year, and I'm top 10 with hundreds of other boxing fans. Where are you?
That's why we were saying like top 15 is good. That's what we were talking about in Pick'em League. I remember that.
Yeah, but I ain't saying top 15 good because I never been top 15. I always been top 10. Can't say the same for the rest of y'all.
That's facts.
For the rest of y'all.
You've always been top 10.
I want to see where y'all at. Don't just be in the chat. Oh, Castillo Clinton gonna lose. Wait, who you picking on the league? Because I picked Berlanga.
Who you picking on the league?
Yeah. I picked Berlanga and I picked Lopez. We're going to separate the weak from the... I know everybody went with the safe pick in Loma because they can't see.
How's that safe pick? Like
they
can't
see.
Go in there... but go in the... on the polls. I'm pretty sure that...
It's 54-49.
I'm pretty sure Lopez... More people went for Lopez than Loma.
No.
Oh, it changed now? It changed again?
Yeah.
No, it changed. Like, trust me, Francis, it changed because it was something like closer to 60 for Lopez when we had like 34 people voting. So
it's because they're riding with Doomy. That's why they're riding with the Honduras.
It's more Lomas. I'm gonna double check, but it was more Lomas when I checked today. Let me see.
I'm talking about
a lot of cancel fights too this week. All right, Loma right here. Boom on the league, Pick'em League, where it all matters at. See. Loma got 56% of you A-side pickers. You little A-side pickers, you. But anyway,
how many
going out.
people voted? Like it should be like 50 plus, right? So.
68 so far.
Oh, we get a lot of people. That's good.
68 so far. Yeah. Mario, where you at? He took another break. My man, get on your Blog Talk game, man. We going out to Coach Myers, Connecticut. Demetrius Andrade, protector.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
We had 116,525, so quick shout out to everybody that's been subscribing to the YouTube channel. We need about another 75 to get to that next goal of 116,000. $1,600 or $575. You could just sign up and get us to 117. Coach Myers, what's going on, brother? Talk to us. Good evening.
Good evening. What's going on, fellas?
All good.
What's up?
What's going on? Hey, yo, what's going on, Coach Mitty? You know, so he.
Yo, Coach Myers, how you doing, my man?
Good, good. Glad to hear you on. You know, need to have you on a little bit more. You know, these guys don't know about boxing. You know, hating on Andrade like that. You know,
I try, man.
You know, I like when you talk about them. You know, you break down the facts, actual boxing. You know what I mean? Not how you know what I mean, don't like this and that, you know, but I do like it. But besides that, y'all know Andrade's that boy. I mean, y'all know he's that boy, you know.
Who was he fought?
Canelo. Canelo had to try to take his belt after he left it. You know what I mean? He could have took it while he had it. Same thing with Charlo, 160. He don't want to unify. No. So what are you supposed to do? Just sit there? He called out Billy Joe. What happened? Somebody. He failed the drug test. So come on, don't act like he ain't been trying to. But all right, that's my call.
Nah, you need to fight somebody. You need to call him and tell him to fight somebody, man. That's what you need to do.
Coach Myers, talk to us about Loma and Lopez. You know, I want to see who you got on that, man. Is he still there?
No, he gone.
Nah,
he dropped.
Oh, there you go.
No, I feel that I just feel like Tio doesn't have enough tools in his bag to compete with Loma. Once Loma get in that second gear, what is Tio gonna do? Like, does he have a second gear besides depending on that power, or just coming forward, or he's gonna come with a different type of technique to try to land that power? So I just don't know. We haven't seen that yet on that type of level. Plus, I feel like Comey, he got handed the belt. He won a vacated belt from a guy that only had 13 fights. So, I mean, we seen Comey lose to Robert Easter years ago. So I wasn't so much high off that win.
I don't know about lose to Robert Easter. Many people thought that was a very tight fight, if not Comey's way.
Yeah, 4 years ago. But okay.
Exactly. And Easter went, what, life and death, whereas Tio put him on a plate.
4 years ago. I got you.
Yeah, it gave Comey time to get everything he got wrong the first time. He corrected it. He got in there with Andre Rozier.
Don't go down the rabbit hole, man.
Hold on. So is it okay? So is it okay for Javante and Devin Haney, if he comes too successful, to get credit for somebody that Bud beat 4 years ago?
Man, of course it is. It's just when we talking about your fighter, we gotta say no.
Okay.
Hey, in my book, everyone gets credit for their win, man. So it's all good. I don't know about 4 years ago, 2 years ago. The fact is, they're in the ring. They're fighting. One is winning, one is losing. That's all good.
Yeah,
you'll get credit.
We going out to snap.
Hey, you seen Blog Talk, right?
Yeah. You on point from a distance. I see you.
My town up in K-Town.
Hey, Daddy, this a dollar beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza. I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
Boxingweights.com.
Hello, how's it going, guys?
What up, Steve?
All good.
You can hear me, all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna break down that fight for you. I'm gonna break it down. I think we're gonna see a replay of what we just saw with Villa and Navarrete. Tio is gonna win on points, and I hope they would be like, "Oh no way, that part." Look, Loma cannot avoid him for 12 rounds. If you guys think that, you're crazy. Sooner or later, Tio's going to catch him in the fight. I see Tio winning on point. I don't think he's going to knock him out. I think he's going to put him down a couple times, and it's going to be a tight fight, and I think Tio's going to edge it out in a close decision. Villa was a highly winning amateur himself. And as you heard, he beat Shakur a couple of times in the hand. So, like, I just see that playing out like that fight played out. We'll see. That's my opinion. Now, on the rest of these, I picked Barboza over Saucedo. I'm with you, Ness. I picked, of course, Berlanga. As far as Garcia-Campbell, I think that is catering for the UK. And I think that's a smart play. Because the audience, Ryan's audience, I don't think is the same audience that's going to buy a pay-per-view Spence Garcia. And for us hardcores, like you said, Ness, we could watch it on DAZN anytime. The Ryan Garcia and Campbell. There's no title on the line there. It's just a good matchup. So I think it will be pay-per-view in the UK. I'm going to be surprised if it isn't. I think that might be the reason they're doing it, but we'll see what Mitty says. I got a feeling that is going to be pay-per-view.
No, it won't be because there's
was
too many
Lomachenko
pay-per-views.
pay-per-view?
No, there are too many. Like, so
Yeah,
you
but you
could
guys
have,
pay like $15. Yeah, but you guys pay like $15 for it.
It doesn't matter, but that's the same like argument that you have, right? So you could have like the rematch White and Povetkin. You're gonna have AJ fighting. Pulev is gonna be on pay-per-view also. Like all that within like 2-3 weeks of each other, right? So I don't think it will be, but I mean, I could be wrong, right? So yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. That's just my opinion. And then that's the rest of Andrade. I don't know what to say there. I don't know what to make of that, to be honest with you. I don't see why he just don't find the mandatory. They're telling me his mandatory's been calling him out.
Damn sure been calling him out.
Let me give you a quick one, Steve. I seem to remember that you had Villa winning the fight against Navarrete. So, although you see the fight pan out the same way, you think the decision is going to go the other way, right? So, you see Loma winning on points or Tio winning on point? I think you said Tio winning on point, right?
All right, we're going out to...
Oh, he's good?
Yeah, 3 minutes, Mitty.
Oh, okay.
3 minutes.
Man, he's a boomerang anyway. He's going to come.
That's a king croc right there. This croc has enough power in its jaws to whip my head right off. In the 6th round, in the 7th round.
Daddy Beyonce Productions.
You're going to be the legend to become a legend. Honestly, it's unbeatable. You're going to be the legend to become a legend.
Alex, you there?
Yo, sorry, what's going on, guys?
What's up, champ?
Just calling to give my pick. You read it before, Lomachenko TKO. If you do a little bit of analysis on the fight, like watching tape on both fighters, I think there's just some certain keys to victory Loma has that's going to cause a lot of trouble for Teofimo. I think it's going to look something relatively similar to Loma versus Walters. Something similar to that, except I think a tiny bit more competitive. Like, I think Teo will be more competitive, but I do think it's going to be pretty one-sided until Loma just I think it's going to be that frustration type of TKO as opposed to Loma doing a lot of damage. I think he will do some sort of damage, but Teo will end up quitting at some point. But that's my pick, and thanks a lot, boys.
All right, Alex, that weed in Australia is fantastic. I can see that. We're going out to Mr. PBC in Seattle, Washington.
Mr. PBC, baby. BoxingWords.com.
I'm the finest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, what's up, TBV? What's good with you? What's good with you?
What up?
That's pretty cool. Canelo's training and stuff. But I had him being a nobody since he lost to Floyd. For Demetrius Andrade, that's sad. But, I guess you got to sell yourself if you want to supply your wealth. I got Teofimo beating Lomachenko. I would love to see Lomachenko, go down, and I think Teofimo's the dude to do it. With his power, he's pretty fast. I heard Rigondeaux say he got Lomachenko, but last time I checked, Rigondeaux got beat by Lomachenko, so of course he's going to choose the dude who beat him. Ryan Garcia, I kind of like Luke Campbell since the Lomachenko fight. Not really a fan of Ryan Garcia. I think he's just another hype job. I think he's truly the son of the Golden Boy promotion. That's my call.
All right. Seattle, Washington, thanks for calling in. We're going out to California's own
Mr. Infojo.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Infojo.
presented by my brother.
Yo, what's up, TBV?
Joe, what up, champ?
Oh,
Yo,
man,
Joe.
I'm excited about
What's
this
up,
fight
what's
this
up?
weekend, Brand. What's up, Francis, the praying mantis? What's up, Mario?
What up?
What up? Who else we got? What happened to Doomsday, man?
Yo, I'm here.
He's off.
What's up, Coach? What's up, Coach Mitty? What's up, my comrade? What's up, champ? How you doing?
I'm all good. All good, man.
All right. Hey, man, I think we're going to have a potential, man. This is going to be fight of the year. It has the potential to be. Let me break this fight down. If for T.O. to win, he can't let Lomachenko think. He's going to have to rough him up, hit him on the arms, hit him on the legs, hit him anywhere he can hit him just to slow him down. If he don't, I think Loma's going to pick him apart. What else? Hey, man, I picked against Loma and the Gary Russell fight. I was there. I picked against Loma and with the axe hammer. And I was going out on my shield for Rigondeaux, and I picked against him on that fight. Hey, man, I'm not picking against him in this fight. He's proved to me he is the goods. I like T.O. I mean, my heart is with T.O. I wouldn't be mad if he won. I'd be happy if he won. But since we're in the Pick'em League, I'm not picking with my heart no more. I'm picking who I think is really gonna win. I can't afford to take no L's this week. I'm trying to win this month. But hey, he's gonna have to rough Loma up, man. Loma cannot. If he lets Loma think, it's over with. If any pause in action, it's time for Loma to think. He's gonna have to rough him up every bit of every round. What else? I'm picking Saucedo. I'm picking Edgar Berlanga. I'm picking who else? Luis Ryson. Thomas Ward is out, right? He had COVID.
No, that was the female fight. Like that was Marshall versus Rankin.
Savannah Marshall, she's out. Okay.
Yeah.
I got Thomas Ward. Who else I got? Moran. And I got the guy, I can't pronounce his name, over Von Alexander. Hey, man, good luck to everybody on the Pick'em League, man. Wish y'all all good luck. Yeah, I got him.
We forgot to talk about that even, like Heathrow versus Von Alexander. Yeah, shout out to you, Infojo, reminding us, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I should talk about that fight, even though I think it's not that much to talk about. Hey, y'all,
Heathrow was in a contender. I don't know if you remember. It was in the latest contender, and he also sparred. Like I think Ness saw him sparring with like Derevchenko, right? Not with Derevchenko, but he was with the same crew. And
Conwell. He sparred Conwell.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, my brothers, man. Oh, it's all right, man. Man, y'all enjoy the weekend, man. I'm excited for the fights this weekend. Shout out to the boxing guys. Looking forward for the album release of the Boxing Bars mixtape tomorrow morning. I hope all is well and we can do that. Peace, gentlemen.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Long Beach in the house.
Yeah, man, psyched. This kind of like Mayweather Corrales back in the day. You know, it's one of them fights where someone may go back down and someone's gonna propel themselves to some type of stardom. But as I've done my surveys, man, surveying the landscape, asking my boxing partners what they think about this, everybody who said Lopez has him winning by decision, but with a couple knockdowns. I find that to be interesting for him need a couple knockdowns just to get a slight decision. That said, I kind of deduce it, and what I come to is most people picking Loma. It almost like he got a puncher's chance, a little more than his puncher's chance. But what we know about puncher's chances, I bet you if you go back and look through all the fights where we said somebody had a puncher's chance, that shit at like a 95 percentile, they lose. So that's it, man, how I see the fight playing out. I see Teofimo may have some good things happen earlier, but I think the longer the fight goes, if he's not able to make a real definitive impression early on Lomachenko to discourage him, I see it kind of avalanching the longer the fight goes. If I'm going to make a prediction, I'm going to say 17-11, Loma with a marginal but clear decision win here, and just outclassing and showing the Rook, taking the Rook to school to some degree. That's my call.
All right, man.
Great
It's a
call,
big
JP,
fight.
man.
It's a
Like,
big fight.
He put it right, He put it nicely. I like the way he explained it. I tried to say that earlier, but JP is the lyricist, man. He found the word, man. He said like, a puncher's chance, man. That's true, man. If you're only giving one tool to one guy, but it rarely happens. It could happen though, right? So,
but Mitty, that's what I'm saying. I
don't
gotta
need
change
a
that narrative.
puncher's
I gotta
chance.
change that
He don't
narrative
need
because
a
I believe
puncher's
Tio
chance.
can box. I don't believe he
Okay,
only has a puncher's
but
chance.
he don't even
I
got
believe
to
he can
box. He don't even punch his chance though, because we ain't looking for the knockout. He just hits harder than anybody else Lomachenko's ever been hit
Period.
by. That's just it. But he ain't looking for the knockout. He just hit harder. He gonna punish Loma. Bro, did you see Loma's fight in the Pedraza fight? So what you telling me, that Pedraza got more upside than Tio? Like, if Pedraza could do that, why can't Tio? I'm baffled at that. Like, why is that not that simple? Like, I know people don't believe in triangle theories, but whatever. Anyway, moving on to my Gene Bear. What up, New Jersey?
Good evening. What's going on, guys?
Chilling.
So I'm going with Tio. I understand what Mitty's saying. I get all the tools that Loma has, and he might have more tools, but Tio is just slightly behind in those tools. But the one that he does have a lot bigger of a tool than Loma is the power. So yeah, he might be slightly behind, but if it is, I hate putting it this way, if he does catch him, I don't see any way how Loma gets up at all. And listen, he can easily just walk Loma down. He's the bigger guy. I mean, really, what, 2 weight classes of a difference? So I don't know. I got Loma. I got Tio. And then, on my next call, I guess I'll give some of my other picks. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, my Gene Bear. We going out to Arizona Bond Boxing. Talk to us.
Yo, what's up, TBV? How you guys feeling tonight?
What up?
What up?
What up, man? What up, Ness? What up? Hey, listen, I think Loma, since Loma moved up, he's had a little bit more problems. He hasn't had many problems, but he has a little bit more problems. Taking some shots, we've seen it. I watched that presser yesterday with their face-to-face. Teofimo seems super focused. So I'm going to go not out on a whim here, but I'm going to make my prediction for this fight. All right. I think Teofimo boxes way better and has better foot movement than a lot of people think. And I think he's going to be able to box with Loma. He's going to have to cut him off. He's gonna have to back him up, not let him get his angles, and he's got the power. So I'm gonna take Teofimo by knockout, 7 or 8.
Bomb Boxing, Arizona, thanks for calling in. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time, voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We're going out to Stonebone Boxing, Colorado. Talk to me.
What up? What up?
What up?
Oh yeah, man. It's gonna be a great weekend, man. I usually go with the boxer, man. I usually go with the boxer over the puncher. Today might be the precedent, you know. I want Tio to get it done. I think Loma got everything he need to beat a fighter like Tio. He know how to stay away from the shot. You might get caught with him. I'm wondering, maybe the knockdown. Maybe people see knockdowns because Loma do a little thing. Sometimes he can be off balance, and if you catch him with the right shot, you can knock him down. I don't know if Tio just knocks him out though. It's just, man, with all them 400 amateur fights, that's all you do is you fight a lot of guys who are strong and can punch, but a lot of them aren't good boxers. So maybe if Tio can get it all together and come with a solid game plan, he can get it done. I'm really split 50-50 on this one, man. But if I gotta pick, man, I'm gonna go with the young gun, man. I'm gonna hope Tio can get it done. I can see him get him done, and it's more than just knocking him out. Listen, I can see Tio winning without knocking out Loma. I don't really just see him knocking out Loma. Like, it's hard for me to see you just coming knocking out unified multi-division champions just like that off of 15, 16 fights. It's just hard to see him getting it done like that. So I'm gonna lean towards Tio, but I hope he can get it done. And Ness, you've been pulling for Clayton. As soon as I saw that hit the boxing scene, I was like, yeah, that made Ness day. Castillo get a shot. I said I'm picking Clayton over Limpin-Yes. Limpin-Yes is a real 140-pounder. You remember he the one that retired Lamont. Wasn't he the one that retired Lamont, or was it the other? Yeah, it was him. It was Limpin-Yes who retired Lamont, where he was like, man, after that fight, he retired in the ring, I think.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So, yeah, but I'm going to go with Clayton. I'm going to go with the brother. I'm going to think he can get it done. Limpin-Yes running around here. He lost to Mikey, 140. He ain't the goods, man. He just hanging around trying to get a title shot. I'd rather see Clayton versus Earl than Limpin-Yes any day.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, thank you for your call. That was a great, great call. This fight reminds – I know a lot of people earlier in the week were talking about this fight being similar to a Floyd versus Canelo, but this fight definitely reminds me of a Floyd versus who?
It's going to be a stacked card, yo. I just found out. It's a TMT promoted card, the Sergey Limpin-Yes card. He's going to be facing Castillo Clinton. It's going to be an IBF welterweight title, interim IBF welterweight title. Headline in the Showtime Saturday, October 24th, Mohegan Sun. Damn, that's around the corner, y'all. That's 9 days away. Oh, this official. Oh, I thought I had to wait for this. This perfect. So then on the undercard, Xavier Martinez is going to be taking on the Dominican Claudio Marrero, the Matrix, the real Matrix. You know, they stole his name. Top rank dude, they stole Unguarded. Camp Life. You know how they did. Yo, then Malik Iceman Hawkins. He's taking on Subriel Matisse, man. That's, Subril's the dude. Didn't Subriel just kill somebody? I know he looked bad his last fight, but I think the fight before last, didn't he catch a body or something? Everybody acting like I'm crazy now.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't
Y'all wilding right
now.
now. He the one that killed Davashev. Y'all playing games, man. What the hell wrong with y'all? Y'all don't remember that? Maxim?
Yeah, I remember Maxim Dadashev.
I remember, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. That was him, bro. Let me double check that, because now y'all making me fucking nervous. I'm here. But I'm pretty sure I'm right, bro. Hell yeah, that's him. His picture come right up as soon as you Google him. All right, we going to go to Jerome. I said Jerome and a half. You need that intro. What up? Nah, you ain't like my Martin intro, Jerome? Really? Going once? You on mute? You gotta unmute. You gotta unmute. Gotta unmute. There you go.
Yo, I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
All right, champ. We going over to I mean, in them streets of Essex, what it do, champ?
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Hey, yo, I'm going to open it up like this, man. Mitty, I got a joke for you, man. You know, we got the lexicon. We got Top Rank Diet, right? We got AJ Protectors. What do you call a Demetrius Boo Andrade protector?
A shit wiper.
Is that
a diaper?
Joke, I mean.
A diaper, Ness. You there. You get what I'm saying? We're going to call them diapers. Like, listen. Especially if you're in there fighting Dusty Harrison, yeah, throw a diaper on Boo Boo, man. That's nasty, man. Ew. So yo,
it's hard to.
This is what I was thinking, man.
Like, none of us.
Yo, this is what I'm saying. If we got bud tenders, we got diapers now, man. All right, but look. This is how I've been looking, man. This is how I've been thinking. We've been talking a lot of Mayweather the comparisons in this fight. I'm going to bring something to everybody's attention before I get my little breakdown, right? The beginning of this fight, in order for Brooklyn to make this easy, he got to come in there like Victor Ortiz versus Mayweather. Like the first minute of that fight, he got to come in, stepping, both hands throwing punches, feinting. He got to do everything except throw that stupid-ass headbutt, right? Okay, suppose he doesn't do that. He cannot spend the fight chasing him to land with power. He has to box, and his power's got to come naturally from throwing his hands. And I don't know how he's going to be able to. You're not going to be able to slow down Lomo, but if he touches him, I think all this shit about Lomo downloading. Listen, man, boy, crash your computer. Ain't no fucking downloading. You know what I mean? You get hit with one of them. One of them Honduran bangers. So, shout out to all my Hondurans. Shout out to all my Garifunas. That's the black, you know what I'm saying, Honduras. For those that don't know, you know, and the rest of the card is stacked. I'm hanging out, man. Listening to the show, and y'all keep doing y'all thing, fellas. I'm out.
Cool, man. Great call, man. I like that, Mayweather versus like Ortiz kind of like flashback, man. You know, it's possible. It's a good game plan.
It's Diego Corrales, man, and Mayweather. That's what this fight reminds me of.
Nah, Corrales, I know, doesn't remind me too much of like Lopez stylistically.
Like,
and hopefully, Wilder will get
right? So.
The hype. In terms of the hype.
Oh, the hype. Yeah. All right.
Alrighty then. We're gonna go out to what's this, Mario? 252. Is that Alabama? Is that Yo. Is that not Joseph, right? I don't know. Mario, are you there? Or did he leave again? Oh shit, he really left. All right, I gotta do that one on my own. We're gonna go to, in the meantime, Coach Myers on the boomerang. What up?
Who's this?
Boomy.
Coach.
No, I'm just listening. Listening.
My Gene Bear Boomerang, what up?
North Carolina 252?
I'm about to check.
That's what I'm looking at, right? I think it's North Carolina 252.
My Jimbe, where are
Greensville. Yeah, Greensville.
What's going on? Mehdi, you killed me, bro. I'm calling out from work. My daughter's not even going to school tomorrow. It's over. It's done. I can't even walk, man.
Actually, I've just seen the screenshot, man. Good job, man. Nice.
I tried, brother. I tried. But yeah, I'm going back on this Barboza fight. I think I've changed it like 5 times already. I don't really know who to pick, but Saucedo, I hate the fact that he left Abel. That rubs me the wrong way. And then the way that his coaches have been talking this week, like, oh, we really don't want to change what Abel has done. So then why did he go to you guys? So I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I'm just gonna go with Barboza. But that's the only pick I'm going to give everybody. I'm hoping to go perfect this week. I know it's going to be hard with Loma, but yeah, looking to go perfect and then seeing if I could grab that number one spot from Real Naja Chick. Yo, but y'all be easy. Ness, don't forget the super chats.
Yeah, Majimbe, man, you need to stop losing to a girl, man. For real. Get it together, champ. Get it together.
Yo, everyone is.
I mean, everyone who's competing. If you just in the league, you ain't really losing. You just participating, right? I think.
All right.
We got some soupies. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so Majimbe says, shout out to the best boxing show on the earth. For those shoplifting, I hope they steal your kids' bikes. Hashtag TON5. Mad Bent says, Tio gives Loma headaches, cracked ribs, and a soft spot in the ring to lay down. James Kelly says, you must have a long call list. I'm on standby. James, you must have not pressed 1, James. What's your area code? And you don't have to pay to say that. James, there, where you at? James, where you at? Where you at? Where you at, James? Is this James? Is this James? This is not. James? James. I guess not. All right. James, you must press 1. I guess you're probably 252 then. Is this James?
Yes.
Hey, James, how you doing?
James, what's up?
All right, can you hear me?
We hear you perfectly.
Hey, how y'all doing?
We're good. We're
Can you?
good.
Okay, look. First, let me compliment all of you real quick. 'Cause I know I only got 3 minutes, but look, I'm proud of the channel. All you guys work together, communicating. You're allowing the people to interact. That's awesome. Now, let me get on with what I was super chatting about. Andrea Dimitri, I feel, has got to have a promotional problem, because I remember when he walked in on the daggone Charlo Brothers press conference a while back, called them all out. They said, get out of here. They kicked him out. I'm thinking he's fighting this guy because he's like a mandatory. Now, if you recall, I mentioned Roy Jones, right? I love Roy Jones. Can y'all hear me?
Perfectly, brother. We just not cutting
clear.
you off.
Okay, listen to me now. I'm about to get it off real quick. I remember when Roy Jones was fighting, when Gerald McCullum got hurt, Roy started doing things different. A lot of his fighters were mandatory, but they were plumbers. They were cab drivers and everything. He fought one guy like Virgil Hill. Virgil Hill was old as dirt, and I think he did his one behind the back and caught him to the rib and stopped him. My point is, I think Andrade is caught up in that mess, man, because, look, Andrade can bring it. He can box. He's not a standstill target. Now, that's my case on that deal. The fight coming up with Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, listen to me. If Tio said at the conference, he said he don't watch the fights. He let his daddy and all of them do it. Well, then he need to go start watching fights, because daddy looking at him going to try to knock this man out. He need to be strategically on point fighting Lomachenko. Pressure him. Don't try to kill him with every punch. But when the punch comes, because see, Tito can fight. I think he could box. But he's looking at that power thing. Bring it to him. Punch him. Be pressured. When that power comes, let it come. If it don't come, do your best out box. Because I'm going to tell you, Lomachenko's experienced. But he's old, too. And that 22-year-old spunk is there. You know, and I think I'm gonna leave it at that. You got Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. Okay, Gervonta's strong, but Leo Santa Cruz gonna have to do some boxing. Because if Gervonta catch him, he through. That's it. Where I'm at. I'm gonna let it go right there. Thank you.
Great call, James. Great call. Thanks
All
for
right,
calling.
James. We going out to Hawk, Maryland. What up? Hawk, what up?
Am I muted? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Crystal clear.
Okay, cool. All right, what's up, fellas? Good to hear. Good to see. Good to hear and see y'all because I can look at y'all on the TV. But look, I'm going with Lomo because I tell you what. When I bet on the fighters, I always go with the fighter that's got the best legs. And since both of these boxers have very good legs and spring in their punches, because legs and balance is what I believe what makes a complete fight is the legs got to be there. But the only thing is that I think Lomachenko has more experience, and his fight with everybody's looking for it to be a boxing match. But I'm thinking Lomachenko is going to fight him so close, like be so close to him throughout the fight that he won't be able to. What's his name? Lopez won't be able to do that spring action hook. Yes, Lopez won't be able to do that spring action hook because he springs out and he knocks everybody out. But they're usually at a distance where he leaps when he catches most of his fighters. They always at like a distance when he hits. And I just think Lomo actually fights fighters up close. He's pressuring you and he's up close to you. So if everybody thinking they're going to be boxing at a distance, I just don't think so. I think it's going to be a fight where Lomo might have the advantage because he stays really close, and that's going to make it hard for Lopez to leap in and get that springy action that he gets with his power shot because he hits hard as hell. If he catches Lomo's going down, but I just don't think he's going to catch him. I think Lomo's going to be close to him. And what's that? I was talking about Demetrius Andrade. He could possibly be one of the best fighters in the world that never became nothing. So that's about it for me.
Hawk, thanks for calling in.
Thanks for calling, Hawk.
Looks like we got Antonio in Albany. Talk to me. Uh-oh. We lost him. Let me see who is here. Looking like...
Who's there? Area code.
Okay, is this Ali and Dago? I believe Ali and Dago. What up? Shit, I can't find your intro, champ. It's been a minute.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. Yeah, it's been a minute. But this fight, in my opinion, could go either way. So at first, I wasn't going to pick anybody, but I'm going to slightly give the edge to Lopez because both guys are going to get hit. That's a guarantee. They're both going to get hit. And I just feel that Lopez's aggression and power I just think Loma isn't going to be able to handle it, especially getting dropped by Linares, getting hurt by Linares. And Linares is nothing compared to Lopez with power, in my opinion. And I just think that Lopez is really trying to prove something to his father and the world, that this is the new generation, and with Loma, I feel he can hurt Lopez, but it's more of combinations with Loma. And with Lopez, he could just end it with one punch. So I'm going to go with Lopez by 8th round knockout, and that's my call.
Thank you for the call.
Thanks for calling in. Looking like... Who's up? Oh, shit. My bad, Big Super Mex on the mastermind check-in.
BoxingWords.com. Poloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend. BoxingWords.com.
Yo, what up, TBV? It's Flagship Thursday, big fight week. What up, fellas? How y'all doing tonight?
What's happening?
Nance, you like to bring up how the Pedraza fight in Linares and how Loma was knocked down. Very similar to when you brought up how Mikey Garcia was knocked down by Roman Martinez. That didn't play out against Errol Spence, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Miguel Cotto touched up Floyd Mayweather, and that was about it. It happens. These are fights. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Leo doesn't have a Tio doesn't have a chance. That's I'd be foolish to say that. But I think Tio hasn't shown his ability to make very many adjustments throughout his fights. The Nakatani fight, yeah, he was a taller fighter, but he had a hard time making adjustments. But then again, that guy was 6 feet tall. I think Loma just is so quick, so mentally ready to switch the game plan, switch the arsenal, come with many different attacks. That Tio should have success early, but Loma should start to take over midway through the fight and kind of run away with it. I expect Loma to actually be maybe even walking Tio down towards the end of the fight. It's just a case of not being ready yet, personally. But shout out to Doomy for missing the show today, practicing on them push-ups. He's got 100 for me and 100 for my brother coming. Plus, he still owes me 20. So, Doomy, I know you're listening. Get the push-ups in, champ. Outside of that, that's really what I talk about, man. Stylistically, it just favors Loma, man. Should be a good fight. I'll say 8-4. Nothing too wide, but nice, comfortable win for Loma, man. That's my call.
R. Jonesy asks on a super chat, any word on the ref for Lopez Loma? Not that I know of. We got Stonebone Boomerang. What up?
What up? Yeah, man, I'm listening to everybody. I'm still not being I haven't heard nobody with anything that's a definitive sounding or very good hypothesis. I'm just hearing guys hoping, and they just think maybe Loma's too much. But hey, a young guy's never good enough until you get the shot. Like, we can always just say, hey man, he ain't good enough, but let him get the shot. Like, I think this is a time where Top Rank is. This is the same situation when Tank got the Petraza fight. To me, it seems real similar where people are saying, is this guy ready for it? And then you was hearing things like the fighter like make you kind of wonder, like, is he ready for it? But I think he ready for it, man. I'm gonna just be definitive. I'm picking T.O., man. I'm gonna go with T.O. to get this done. And Canelo, maybe Golden Boy got a heavyweight for him, Ness. Roy Jones went up and got a belt from Ruiz, from the John Ruiz. Maybe he trying to be like Roy. He want to go find him a heavyweight. They can find him a Mexican heavyweight, give him a fight. Matter of fact, I got the fight for you, Ness. Ruiz, Andy versus Canelo. Canelo punched Ruiz in the stomach, knock him out in Mexico City. And then you got the great white Canelo.
Same trainer. Can't do it.
It don't matter. That's gonna be Canelo's last fight. Yeah, I mean, he gonna go heavyweight and beat Ruiz. That's what it's gonna be, his last fight, man. Mark it. Hey, Ruiz ain't gonna be there that long, man. Ruiz is like a diva wide receiver. You know what I mean? They only good with the team and the coach for like 18 months. You can't even get 2 full seasons out of them before the coach want him traded and the quarterback. So if everything holds true, he'll be in Canelo camp for like 2 or 3 fights, and then Reynoso will be like, "Oh, he's a good guy. He a model now. He gonna say something." So we gonna see though. But Canelo, he the champ. Go on and do what you gonna do, man. He got to do something. He can't get a fight. Instead of fighting judges and people like that, he got to go punch some heavyweights. Canelo probably 200 pounds right now anyway. So he coming back at light heavyweight. He ain't even gonna be at 68. Watch.
Thank you for your call. Ines.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to report some news on the last super chat that came through. The Nevada State Athletic Commission has assigned veteran Nevada referee Russell Mora for the Lomachenko versus Lopez fight.
Russell Mora. They ain't bad. At least would have probably been better to have Jack in there letting T.O. rough him up and shit. Davidian, Buffalo Falls.
Hey, it was good. What's good, TVB?
What's
up? What's good, Ness? Doomy, all y'all, Mario, coach. I'm excited. I can't wait for the fight. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. You know, they both look ready, but I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick against Vasiliy. I think he's a real deal though. I mean, so is Lopez though, of course, but I don't know, man. Some of the stuff he's been saying, like, I don't know, man. Be careful. Don't get frustrated in there Saturday because it's gonna be a long night. But he does have the power and everything. But Loma float like a butterfly though. Like, let's see. Let's see if you can. I don't know. I just Vasiliy, that dude. Until proven otherwise, like I just think Vasiliy gonna get him. But it's gonna be a good fight though. So that's my call. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, and God bless.
Davidian, hold it down. Who we got? Looking
Super
like
chat,
super chat from my Gene Bear. Let me get this refresh here. My Gene Bear. The man says Andrade should fight Chris Bird for his next fight. It would be the same realm as his past opponents. This is the thing. Chris Bird is taking this seriously, dude. Chris Bird is being managed by David McWaters. We might see Chris Bird somehow on Top Rank. I mean, David McWaters gets all his fighters on Top Rank. I don't know. This is getting very serious. Yeah. But if you're on Blog Talk, you haven't pressed 1, so I can't go to you, which means we are done. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Remember, Sunday is Crow Day. Let there be this many callers on Sunday so that you can get your crow. You know, Mitty got the list. We just got to download. Ain't no writing. We download, but that's the true boxing fans. This are Patreons. We don't know the callers that ain't a Patreon and haven't voted. You know what I mean? But we got your vote. We got you. Also, don't forget, Mario Munguia's doing his Unguarded tomorrow at 1:30, so you could go to patreon.com/The Boxing Voice and ask him a question. This is where we sit down with our Border Wars fighter one-on-one and get intimate into what is Mario Munguia and everything that makes him up. All right, so go over there and drop him a question. Also, Dan the Man from Washington scheduled for 12:30. And also, Anthony Edwards, Queen City Cobra, the return back to Border Wars, coming off of his first loss?
Yeah.
First loss to Marvin, the unified champ. So go ahead and ask Anthony Edwards a question as well. These are all posts on Patreon right now. You can check them out and, drop them a question and, show them some love and interest because they're going to be fighting next Saturday in Pittsburgh at the home of the USS former cruiserweight champion, Steve Cunningham. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looks like we got a late submission caller. Never leave a Patreon behind. I do believe this is James Valdez, but I want to double check. Right. Where are you, James? And not right. That's not James. That is... Well, that is Young Tigre. What up?
Yo.
Big dog, what up, man?
What's going on, champ?
Chilling, man. Just checking in real quick, man, before y'all shut it down. But I got Loma, baby, in 12. I'll see y'all boys on the next one.
Wait. Loma in 12 or Loma 12-round decision?
Loma by decision.
Oh, wow.
Loma by decision, baby. 12, yeah. I've been watching the episodes, the blood, sweat, and tears and everything, man. I don't know. I still got Loma, baby.
Thank you for your call, man. Thank you for your call.
Well, thank you. All right, well, that is everyone, and that we gave our information. So we're out. Catch us on the next one. Remember, tomorrow we got a bunch of unguardeds after the morning show. So if you haven't already done so, drop those questions.
Yeah. Next up, Sports Talk. 7 a.m. Eastern Time every morning. Check me out. Sports Talk. YouTube, Facebook, IG, Twitter. Rah!
Now that was a good one. Man, I wish Doomy was there, man, because I would have been even more, he was writing for his guy and all that. So that, and given like,
he ducked that
give
smoke.
us
He ducked that
his
smoke.
perspective. I just hope like, Theo will show up on Saturday. I hope he won't do like Doomy, but it's all good, man. Looking forward to the show, and that was good talking to you guys today. Like, so we'll speak on Sunday, guys.
All right.
All right, Mitty.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.